Back at you, Opie and Anthony.
Hello.
In studio, Jim Jefferies. Jim came in, 4 or 6 months ago and just killed for us. And I was telling him off mic that the listeners of this show just they have taken to you. They love you, Jim.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice.
They talked about you for a long time after you left on all the message boards and stuff. And Jim Jefferies will be playing Caroline's here in New York City Thursday through Sunday. Tickets available by calling 212-757-4100. And you got the MySpace / Jim Jefferies to
exactly.
get Jim.
Just / Jim Jefferies, and then that's it, I guess. There's not much to say, really.
Well, Jim is a very, very edgy.
Yeah.
Very honest.
I wouldn't say that honest.
Pretty honest. Some of the stories you tell on that stage. You admit to a lot of horrific things that you have done.
Well, yeah, I do. Well, it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing like the truth. You know, it's 80% true, and then I just put a few C words in the middle to make it more meaty. Try to meat it up. I was just so excited to get in here and actually see a picture of Terry Clifford.
Yeah.
Because I was listening in the other room and I was thinking what she actually looks like. And the first thing I said when I came in, she actually does look like my mum.
Oh, really?
It's horrific.
I'm sorry.
No, it's horrific. No, my mum's a heavy-set woman.
But does she have an awful haircut like that?
She would if she could.
Her bangs are like
with all the cancer, it's just falling out.
Oh, Jesus. You got a mom with cancer?
Not anymore. My mum, right, this is a fat joke. It just made me think about it. When we were kids, right, my mum took me out to the circus, and there was like this elephant, the Moscow circus called Gunter. And from that moment on, like, me and my brothers would refer to my mum as Gunter. Never to a face, but with sentences like, when's Gunter getting home? What's Gunter making for dinner? Don't do that, Gunter will catch you. And the circus master used to get in front of the elephant and go, up, Gunter, up, like this, right? And one time my brother was yelled at by my mum, and she was in a chair, and she couldn't get out because she's, big girl, and she was rocking from side to side, and her head / neck was getting all red, and we were just laughing at her. And my brother actually stood in front of her and went, up, Gunter, up. And still to this day, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's terrible.
She used to make us get her underwear off the clothing line. She used to stand up and just swear at us from like the window. And we lived in the same valley where they filmed Skippy, so it was a bit of a hike down to the clothesline. And whenever we got her underwear, you know how you fold a flag?
Yeah.
Like me and my brother would do that thing where you get apart and you walk together and you go, and you put them together and then flip them over.
That's what you did to your mom's underwear? Oh, wow.
But it was funny, and then she'd get really angry, and then all you'd have to do is, like, wave them in the air like you're surrendering.
Yeah.
And she was happy again.
You just put it on a stick and surrender?
Yeah, she's...
Wow. Like I said, Jim Jefferies. Perfect for the Opie and Anthony show.
She doesn't have cancer. She's all right.
Oh, good.
She's got a problem with her lungs, and she's on an oxygen machine.
He's laughing at this.
It's true. It's true. She's become more ferocious since she lived through, like, she was going to die, and she was, like, she was unpleasant then, but then she... I went to visit her in the hospital, and she was, like, dying, so she decided to tell me that, I want you to know that when I'm dead, in many ways in my life, you've been a huge disappointment to me. That's it. She said that to me when she was dying, so you can't really fight with that.
No.
You just go, well, I'll try to be better for the next few days or however long it takes. But she lived through, so I told her off about that months later.
Yeah,
she can't really yell now with the oxygen thing. She's so fat because she never left that block of land without a vehicle. She never walked off it.
Why did she think you were a disappointment in your life? I mean, you travel the world doing your comedy.
Yeah, but
she wanted you to be a doctor or something?
One of my brothers is like a multi-millionaire, and the other one's a cop, so I can't keep up with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure in the whole, of his life from the infanthood into,
I wasn't born a traveling comic.
Yeah, that's a small portion, so I'm sure there was many disappointments growing up.
And plus, you've seen my comedy. I'm a huge disappointment. There's only so long you can go on stage going, I take a lot of coke, until eventually she believes it. You can't just go, it's a mate of mine.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, right. You can't go down that road if you're going to be an honest comic. Oh, that is funny, Jim.
Tragic.
What the hell?
Jesus.
You made me think of something. Now it left my brain, unfortunately. Well, you like the picture of Terry Clifford from the Coffee Club.
Yeah, that's how we got started. Terry Clifford's Coffee Club. She's putting a lot of cream on that coffee.
That's all
she's doing the little swirls.
That's all we are thinking about now. We're obsessed with this Terry Clifford now that we're part of this Rochester Radio Madness contest.
Oh.
Does she have a sexy voice? Because in radio,
She has she has a very
She has a good
voice.
radio voice. She doesn't have one of those sexy radio voices.
But
She's got a good, like, radio voice.
Usually in radio, the hotter the voice, the fatter the girl is.
Yeah, the amount of time I've gone into radio shows and then think, this girl's great, and then nothing.
Just a mess, right?
Yeah.
It's those soft, sultry voices that get you.
Yeah.
And then you look and go, whoa,
Someone
what
on
the
Instant-
hell is going on there?
Someone on Instant Feedback had a great line, but the timing was a little off because we read it after the bit. But we were playing the Terry Clifford audio, and you heard the bell in the background, and someone wrote, well, that's indicating that her snack is ready. Hey, Jim was telling us just before he got on that he was trying to figure out what he could say on our show because he got kicked off Good Morning, Missouri.
Good morning. I was playing Kansas in Missouri, right? I'm just trying to make sure I was on the right show that I got kicked off on, right? I went to do Good Morning, Missouri, and it was like Halloween, like the day after Halloween. And there was just some girl going, so you enjoy Halloween? You never had Halloween before? And I just went, well, it was all right. I didn't get scared. I thought I was going to see scary outfits. I saw a lot of slutty outfits. I got aroused, but I didn't get scared. And then as soon as I said the word slutty, they took me off, and I got a big speech being told that you could have said trampy, and everything would have been all right.
Trampy?
Yeah, trampy, honey. What is that? Slutty?
Slutty, yeah.
It's not a dirty word.
They go, what if kids hear it? I go, well, it's not a swear word, is it?
No.
Is slutty a
They
swear
call
word?
each other sluts in junior high. And
Completely.
Yeah, and what kids?
I do.
What kids
Call them
are watching Good Morning, Missouri?
None.
None.
None kids.
What adults are watching Good Morning Missouri?
Yeah, no one's watching that goddamn show.
I'm banned off the show. I don't care. Good Morning Missouri's terrible show. They got nothing good. It's run by the Nazis, people. The Nazis run it.
Yeah. Well, I might have to tune in. I kind of like that.
How do you say sushi?
Sushi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
No, he was talking about the English.
The English?
And,
Well, I've been-
and wasabi. And the sushi.
Sushi?
I've been
stand
going
it.
to auditions in LA all week.
Yeah.
And whenever I go for auditions, they go reading an American accent, and I think I'm awesome at it, right? And
Yeah.
then they tell me I'm awesome, and then they ring up my agent and say, he sucks. He's no good at all. Like, he's terrible at it.
Let's hear your
So they're
American
lying
accent.
to you?
My American accent, I go, hi, my name's Jim. I'm from San Diego. Very patriotic for no apparent reason. I don't know, whatever.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
I was discussing this with Norton on the sidewalk after the show yesterday because we're big fans of The Wire. And Prop Joe is a huge character in The Wire. And I'm like, man, he must be a real gangster in real life because he's so believable and he just has it down. And Jimmy said in the DVD commentary?
He talks. He was like, they were wonderful actors.
Oh, really?
Oh, Prop Joe.
Prop Joe might have a little of the,
Yeah, he may.
a little bit.
Saeed on Lost is English.
He's English,
And
yes.
Arabisi, when he was on,
Adebisi from Oz.
he's English.
And so is the lead in The Wire, Dominic West.
McNulty
He's
or whatever.
English, yes.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
it's just odd that, you see him and they're talking with an American accent.
Heath
and then-
Ledger's Australian.
He's dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he still lives on
That was,
in hearts of Australians.
was that a big one for Australia?
He was our Diana. That and Steve Irwin. They
Yeah,
were
I know.
fighting
You
for
lost two big ones.
Yeah, that's it. We're done now. We don't have anybody.
Yeah,
If you lose, what's his name?
Like Nicole Kidman better die giving birth. Or
She's the only one you got left, right?
is she giving birth yet?
I don't know. No, I think I just saw a picture of her still pregnant.
I don't know.
I think so.
She has so much Botox, you can't tell
Yeah, she
what's
might
going
be.
on with her.
You just don't want to lose Crocodile Dundee. Is your classic
Paul Hogan.
older
I spoke to him on the
statesman, elder
phone once.
statesman.
I love Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Paul Hogan's great, man.
He had a funnier show than Benny Hill, if I remember. He had a really funny
The
show.
Paul Hogan Show. Oh, we're good at naming stuff in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Paul Hogan show.
Yeah, Sydney Harbour Bridge. Guess where it is?
It's over in Sydney Harbour.
Yeah. Sydney Opera House. Guess what it does? Yeah, it's very self-explanatory.
Well, you make it very easy for everybody. We got an update from the war front. We got Chuck in Massachusetts. Chuck, what's up?
Hey, guys. No, I just called EEI. I called the board and I said, hey, listen, Dennis and Callahan wanted to know whatever happened to Opie and Anthony, and I just went through the FM, the AM terrestrial stations. I went through, of course, XM, satellite broadcast, all the CBS affiliates, the Citadel, and the screener said Dennis and Callahan were only, it was a joke that you guys misinterpreted because they were saying that, look what happened to them now.
No, they're back.
Oh boy, that's a back pedal.
Yeah, they're gonna have to suffer and
Step it up, more attacks.
And I'm getting word that so far they're not acknowledging that pretty much all our listeners are calling their dumb radio show. They're not going to acknowledge, but I know a little bit about one of the guys. One of these guys will completely crack and probably say the most racist things ever.
Ooh,
because when he snaps, he has out of body experiences, and it will happen. And that is my goal with this war with WEEI. So keep the phone calls coming. I would love to give the number out, but I don't think E-Rock's working today.
I didn't hear any irony or sarcasm.
Not at all.
No, because he said, what are those idiots out there at McDonald's with the pedophile? He wasn't saying like, yeah, I guess they went away forever.
Yeah.
Stop.
Did you just say
we never heard their name
McDonald's
again?
Are the pedophiles?
It was a quote from some radio guy.
I would love to. Yeah, what does he mean by that anyway? Like, does he mean the Predator special where the guy showed up twice at a McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, biggest band in Australia. Who is it right now?
I haven't lived in Australia for 7 years, but
Silverchair.
No, Silverchair's still all right. Well, probably Wolf Mother or something like that.
Wolf Mother.
Yeah, Wolf Mother's from
Love
Wolf Mother.
It's a good band.
I really like Jet, but they've broken up.
Jet, they're broken up?
I read that somewhere, yeah.
They performed on our show. They were really cool.
The number is
thanks, Jimmy.
Sure. 1-888-525-0850, or on your Verizon phone, it's pound WEEI.
Yeah.
That's easy.
And I'm obsessed. I was doing this all night long. We're just taking on all these radio shows, Jim. Jim Jefferies, bear with us. Jim Jefferies at Caroline's this week. Scott and Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Scott from the Scott and Todd Show, I guess, is a legend in this business. I don't really know why.
Mm-hmm. Scott Shannon.
And we haven't heard his voice in a long time. And I guess he talked about our April Fool's prank yesterday, and we couldn't believe what he sounds like now.
He doesn't sound like him anymore.
And I was trying to do this voice all night long around my apartment.
This, in case you are a new listener, you're a brand new listener here on our show, we don't do April Fool's Day. Not anymore.
The guy, I don't know for sure, but it's pretty obvious that he may have had a lot of face work done, and I think it's gotten to the point where he can't keep. I can't open my mouth to pronounce this.
It's affected my speech.
It's the Botox and the stretchy. I got stretchy face.
And my dentures.
Dentures.
It sounds like it's dribble, doesn't
This guy is doing morning radio in New York City, and there's guys
forever
in small markets just waiting for the opportunity. But you got to wait for this guy. I don't know, for the lower part of his jaw to fall off.
Here on our show, we don't do April Fool's Day. Not anymore. No.
Is it against your religion? Is that why you don't do it? Or?
I don't believe it's a question of religiosity.
It's just bored with it?
Well, it's just a little corny.
It's dumb.
Passe.
You know, it's more of a third grade sort of thing.
I just know you guys did a good prank. Why would they be upset? I don't know what the prank was. I just know it was good. I know someone's got one leg now.
Yeah.
There's people who try to do it in radio, and sometimes you'll read about them in the news. Hey, let's tell you about these guys at Omaha, what they did. They said the mayor was killed in a car accident today.
Oops. Yeah, see, the problem is a lot of those things...
the problem is there is no problem.
Yeah.
It worked out very well for our careers, you idiot.
Problem is that you're 75, trying to talk to 15-year-old girls.
And you want to talk about April Fool's Day pranks? These guys did the hackiest ones out there. The dumb ones, like, starting today, there's going to be a tax on your pet. Starting today, the $1 bill is going to be taken out of circulation.
When the hell did this happen?
They did the hackiest of the hack.
Hacky hack. The mayor was killed in a car accident today.
Yeah. When the hell did this happen?
Those things, not so funny.
No, right.
But he didn't say which.
It really doesn't take a lot of skill to go on the radio and tell you that the Lincoln Tunnel has been blown up or shut down or whatever people ride.
Okay, you need to stop saying that in case someone just tunes in.
And what is your...
she's got to put the fire out. Oh, you got to stop saying that. Oh, let somebody actually have a moment where they're interested in anything you're saying for a split second as they're driving. The radio hole.
I listen to these shows now just to listen to the hole, and it's hilarious.
They will.
But they pipe in with their nonsense.
Oh.
trying to keep it all safe. Keep it safe. Keep it safe.
This bunch of wet blankets in
God.
my mouth.
What's Scott? He's got this going.
Yes.
Can't open my mouth.
Yeah,
to pronounce what I'm trying to say.
Can't talk over my dentures.
What is his skill?
Wow, look at that jaw.
Does anyone know his skill?
Is that a picture of that guy there?
Yeah.
Wow, he looks like Rocky Dennis.
He should be pulling pins out of a map.
He does.
Crying, pulling pins out of a map, and sleeping with his head up on a pillow.
Stupid. Yeah, like the Elephant Man trying to comb his hair with the shaving kit.
Yeah, the shaving
Greens
kit.
gave him, dabbing cologne on his giant neck before the hooker had to kiss him and cry.
I always hated the Elephant Man. I always felt guilty at the end of it because I'm so pretty. I did. Like, just a little bit better, but, you know.
Yeah. Wait, what do you got, E-Rock?
Fan goes, I sent you another photo of Scott Shannon.
Oh, that's the Rock Man out of Never-Ending Story.
Right. Or you could actually also punch up any Easter Island statue.
Yeah. What is going on with his lower jaw? Is it just starting to get ready to fall off or something? It's stretching out before the big separation?
Yeah, he's done something.
Let's go to Chicago, Kevin.
Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you I called EIE yesterday at about 6 o'clock on my way home from work.
E-I-E-I-O.
What? I called that E-I-E-I-O radio show? No, E-E-I, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, and he's like, at first it was busy. And it took me about 5 times to get through, and then when I got through, the guy goes, that was the morning show, that had nothing to do with us. What are you, 12? And I said, no, I'm 46. And he goes, well, you're acting 12. He goes, somebody's doing your wife while you're doing this. And I said,
Gave him a laugh.
See, these guys don't know how to handle us. Like, if you go to one of our listeners, one of our pests that is calling your show, and say, what are you, 12? That just makes them happy.
Exactly. You're giving them more maturity than they deserve.
Right. It makes them happy.
And I just want to start the pests residing in Chicago and suburbs. Figure out the acronym for yourself.
Wait, the pests residing
in Chicago and suburbs.
Precus?
And
The mayor just died.
Yeah, that was the mayor.
How about
Well.
pest residing in Chicago, kill self?
well,
that's the way it's done.
Well, we were having fun until we took that call, so I guess we
I
better
didn't even know
take
what
a break.
happened then.
And
What were you talking about?
What happened there is this guy called and he completely bombed and took the show off the tracks.
Yeah, he derailed the show.
We were
He
having
put
such
a
a good time.
humorless penny on the track, and the train derailed. We were doing fine, on schedule and everything.
Jim Jefferies in studio playing Caroline's starting tomorrow through Sunday. Really funny guy.
Yes.
We love this guy. We love when you come in there.
Ah, thanks. Can I plug one more thing?
No. Sure.
Oh, no. I'm doing the NME Awards on the 25th of next month as well.
Really?
Good. Yeah. The LA ones, you can go online and watch that. It'll be fun.
Very cool.
I've never presented anything. It could be a car accident. I've never in an auto shoot.
There you go.
We have a full house today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show, starring Jim Norton.
Yes.
Featuring today Jim Jefferies, who will be at Caroline's here in New York City starting tomorrow night. And now we got Jeff Ross as well joining the program.
Hi.
What's up, Jeff?
Feeling really good.
And
There he
these guys were both talking about how they're going to be in Cleveland soon. Jeff Ross for the locals will be at Governor's on Long Island tonight.
Yeah.
And then you're going to Cleveland this weekend?
Seattle this weekend and then Cleveland the weekend after that.
Oh, very
Ah.
good. Because we are
I'm doing
live.
my own O&A tour.
Well, we have a big following in Seattle. What I love about Jim doing his tour right now, we get reports back.
Yeah.
And Seattle's a hotbed of activity for this radio show,
Yeah, it
which
was
is good to
It
know.
was really good, and Cleveland is fantastic.
Cleveland's huge for us.
Yeah.
There's a great show out there, BJ Shea. Have you done BJ show?
No, I'm going to get up there for the first time.
Yeah, it's great.
He would love you. He would absolutely
I
love
did
you.
your boys in Boston this past weekend.
Toucher and Rich?
It was fun, man. They played clips of you their whole show. They have no show without you guys.
It's starting to be like we don't have a show without them because we've been talking about them a lot this week. Toucher and Rich afternoons on BCN. Was Toucher a little under the weather, or
Did he seem a little, I don't know, drunk?
Was Toucher the ugly fat one or the fat ugly one? I get them confused.
Dude, they were bashing you. They're going to get reports back now.
Yeah.
Dude, they were bashing you guys.
Toucher likes his drink and possibly other things?
His name's Toucher?
Yeah.
All right, just checking.
And
Spitzer.
and Fred Toucher, right? Fred Toucher.
Spitzer.
Fred Tusher, yeah.
Yeah, and he likes to come to work with PJs and sometimes slippers. Did you see that?
No, but I went in a bathrobe one time. When you lose my luggage, I always go to these shows in a bathrobe. My left thing hanging out.
Left thing. And we're live in Cleveland, so let's make sure you can see Jeffrey Ross soon. And Jim Jefferies has never been to Cleveland.
No? I'm doing a few of those sort of towns. I'm doing that and Atlanta and other places I've never heard of.
I've never heard of.
I hear Cleveland's nice. It's
I hear it rocks.
You that.
I hear it rocks. It's got that the Indians, that little funny little man on the hat.
The Cleveland Indians,
yes. I don't understand it.
Cleveland is.
So you're indigenous people. You can't name teams after indigenous people. I never went and saw the Sydney Aboriginals kick a ball around.
No.
and people just think that's a comfortable sort of thing. Oh, we killed most of you, but look at how you kick a ball. No, I just think that's in poor taste. But yeah, go Indians.
Yeah. So when are you going to be there?
I don't know. Check me MySpace. I don't know where I am. I'm in the country, just traveling around. I'm doing Boston and Chicago and Cleveland.
I was just thinking because maybe I might fly out and see you.
Yeah,
I might do that.
Not? Well, you could just come and see me at Caroline's this weekend.
Sounds like we have a front runner.
I could just
for what? Sounds like we have a front runner.
For what? Have I
I'm
been?
just saying.
Bad guest of the year or something.
I'm just saying. I'd like to see his act. I didn't know he was going to be local like that. So that's all.
All right. Anthony has taken a liking to Cleveland.
What?
Just say it.
The city?
You do talk about Cleveland a lot off air.
Yeah.
He did it before he was going, you're going to love Cleveland.
So, MySpace.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. And you really did. You touched yourself and you said you're going to love Cleveland.
MySpace / Jim Jefferies to find out where he's going to be as well. All right?
Right.
We got
What
some.
happened to MySpace? It's like nobody needs websites anymore.
No,
websites are useless, man.
I have 12,000 friends and 4,000 viruses.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
You're right.
That damn MySpace. Don't click on anything because it is a virus. I got. Did you get your Macy's card? Your free Macy's card?
I'll tell you about Macy's cards. If you go into Macy's and you have an accent, you get 11% off. I get 11% off the whole time I'm here.
What do you mean?
They think you're foreign. Well, I am foreign, but they're happy to have you in there while you're on holidays. I'll give you one at the end. I'll get about 4 of them. I'll just keep going back today. 11% off. Why 11 as well? Not 10.
Because we think you guys are suckers.
But the thing is, it's because they know you're on holidays. But you can buy a bed with it, or like a television or something. Like how big's this holiday going to be?
It's the value of the dollar. Sucks right now.
Yeah,
it really does. So why give me more off? I'm already ahead.
Yeah, you win.
Why are you bitching?
No, I love it.
It's a good deal, man.
But it's like they don't even check my ID or anything. They just go, oh, yeah, he's got an accent. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder if that'll work.
Yeah.
Go in there and do the sushi guy.
Oh, we got that.
Sushi.
This is why we asked
some English.
I'll tell you what regional accent
The English reporters that there's this cadence where they've got to go up at the end.
You're doing Scouse there.
And
you're doing Liverpool.
It's yeah. That's the whole thing.
That's old Liverpool. That's Beatles Liverpool.
And then he said sushi.
Here it is.
Is horseradish. You're most likely to have come across it as the powerful paste wasabi with sushi.
It's like an animal attack is about to happen. Wasabi is.
That cracks me up.
Over the muffins.
It is
powerful
David
wasabi.
Attenborough, isn't it? David Attenborough talks like that.
Isn't that wonderful?
Sumis and the wasabis.
right.
The powerful wasabi to put on sushi. What? In this corner, it's the powerful wasabi. In this corner, mustard.
Who's the president of Zimbabwe?
Yeah, that guy.
Mugabe.
He's Mugabe.
It's wasabi?
Wasabi versus Mugabe.
But that's actually quite a posh accent, that one. That
guy's got the whole English newscaster thing down. That equivalent in the United States is the broadcaster that talks like this.
Exactly.
Hi.
Yeah.
So you were having sex.
Yeah.
You came here for sex. To catch a predator. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Why don't you sit down, have some lemonade and cookies as the police get ready to pounce on your child molesting ass.
Child molesting us?
Child molesting us.
Probably.
That's it. I see you brought some condoms and wasabi.
I had a good idea for a reality
Kids love
show.
that wasabi.
Love
don't they?
wasabi.
You want to entice a child into your van, have wasabi.
Rub it in their eyes. It'll take away the pain of other areas.
What, the pain in their soul? Or?
Yes. What do you got,
I
Jeff?
was just saying, maybe you just gave me a good idea for a reality show. You think this will work? I want to do a cross between To Catch a Predator and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? First prize, you get to keep the fifth grader. Who wouldn't watch that? And if you narrated with that voice.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm in.
One of the low moments for our radio show, one of our guys got caught in the house.
Yep. That was
and it made the broadcast. It made the broadcast and everything. We got that clip.
One of the pedos walked into the pedophile house that Chris Hansen is staked out with the cameras and everything.
Oh, no.
And he sits down and Chris Hansen comes out and gives him the spiel, and then the guy goes, I loved you on O&A. We're just sitting there like,
oh my God.
This isn't good.
That's when you hear like all press is good press, that is not good press.
That's not good.
No, that one doesn't fall into that category.
A rare exception to the rule.
That should be in the morning promotion. That should be in the opening.
It really should.
Clip
I have to hear it now.
I mean,
we'll get it.
We'll get wherever you're at.
They're finding it right now.
To
Bill,
catch a listener.
yeah, Bill in Indiana. What's up, Bill?
Oh, Bill.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I was watching the news yesterday, and I just want to tell you guys how you've completely made me an ass in front of my family. I'm sitting there watching the news, and it comes on, says that an 80-year-old man got hit by a tow truck. And
When the hell did this happen?
And my entire family looks at me like, what are you laughing at? And I'm just like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, did he live? Is he okay?
Yeah, he was okay. He was in his car.
All right, thank you, sir. We got the clip that we were just referring to.
Chris Hansen.
All right, we'll start with this, I guess. We'll start from the beginning.
You want some brownies? I made some.
What, did you dose them?
What?
Did you dose them?
No. Gotta have them before. Did you bring a smoke?
Can I just roll it up wherever?
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
He wants the decoy to smell the marijuana he brought.
Smells good. Alright, I'm just gonna go get something to drink.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. I just got it. It gets me every time. If that girl walks away and says, "I gotta go get something," what is happening in your mind? You're just like, "Oh no." Oh, here it comes. This isn't going to be Alan Funt.
Is this a TV show over here? Or is this something that you guys set up?
TV show.
It's a TV show here where Chris Hansen
TV show.
is a reporter.
And it's called Catch a Pedo.
Yeah, to catch a predator. And they set up a house with cameras all over the place. And they get on the web with this decoy that is acting like a 15-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl. And they get invited to this house. They show up. And there's this decoy girl who's actually over 21, but she looks really young.
Yeah.
And she never gets close enough to the guy. She's always like, okay, come on in. And then the guy walks in and he's a little, tentative there at the door. And she goes, okay, just sit down right here. I'm going to go and change and I'll be right back. And that just lets you know, oh no, this is bad. I've been caught.
I'm going to have to change my ways in this country. I didn't know that show existed.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I've been living in Britain. I've been fine.
Yeah, isn't it weird, Jeff? It's a very popular show. This is what it would be like hanging out with someone that just woke up from a coma.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just described that show to somebody.
How to describe To Catch a Predator. Oh, it's a huge show
it's
here.
Massive.
Oh, right. People love watching pedophiles get caught.
Yeah.
But you got to know, and the show's popular enough now where these guys
spin-offs or anything.
They know. Yeah. Well,
Down syndrome people, how to catch a frisbee or something.
Jim Norton does all the casting of the young girl.
If she has to leave the room, follow that bitch. I don't care where I'm going to get a drink. I'm going with you.
Coming with you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, your next line should be, I'm going home.
Well, they try, but the cops are waiting outside also.
Yeah.
So they come in, they talk to Chris Hansen.
Well, they used to let him get away, right? They used to let him run.
the first season, I think they let him go because they didn't know how it was going to turn out. But after that, they got involved with the cops. So Chris Hansen goes, okay, well, you're free to go. And the guy goes like, gets up, walks out the door thinking, I could leave. And he's just tackled by the cops. They come out of the bushes. So one was dressed like a tree once.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, the tree is attacking and arresting me.
And one guy got caught twice.
Yeah. The guy got caught.
I wonder, how did he get let out the first time? Did they put these people in prison, or they just think?
No, for some reason these guys just serve a couple of months. They really don't get much for showing up at these houses.
But it destroys.
It's almost worth it. It's almost worth the risk.
You don't get prison time, but it destroys Thanksgiving forever. I mean, you really can't hang with your family.
It's like, oh, look who's here.
Oh, my internet privileges have been taken away again.
Yeah, but Jeffrey Ross is right. One guy got caught twice. So getting back to our guy.
Who's here? Make sure he doesn't the turkey.
Where are the kids? We set their table up on the roof.
The kids' table's outside.
Barbed wire around it.
Hey, but I got a residual check, Mom. We
get extra stuffing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Drink while you finish that up, okay?
So she leaves.
You want something?
It seems something about that line gets this man thinking. Perhaps he's heard it before.
Perhaps he's heard it before.
Perhaps he's heard it before.
Ready for this? Here we go. Chris Hansen walks in, the guy that busts you.
I want you to just keep your hands right where I can see them, okay? And I want you to sit right down there. No, keep your hands right where I can see them. What is this right here? Some pot. Some pot. And what was your plan tonight? Want to come down, talk to her.
Talk to her.
Talk to her.
You're Chris Hansen?
I am. Have you seen the show? You have seen it?
I thought you were real funny on Opie and Anthony.
Oh, you listened to me on Opie and Anthony?
Wow.
That's a plug you don't really want.
Unbelievable.
Wait, what is going through your mind when you think, I'm just being caught as a pedophile?
Hey, I loved you on Opie and Anthony.
I loved you on Opie and Anthony.
I think we finally have made it there, Jeffrey Ross, right?
That is
the sign of making it.
That is the most mainstream plug I've ever heard. That beats any slip in the news when people prank the news. I mean, that is a part of America, the fabric of America.
Yeah.
Great, isn't it?
He's kissing
so
Chris
proud.
Hansen's butt by plugging your show.
Hey, you were great. Can I go, please?
Here, hear that again.
You have seen it? I thought you were real funny on Opie and Anthony.
Oh, you listened to me on Opie and Anthony?
Something? Yeah. I almost think in the back of my mind that I almost wanted this to happen.
So you could plug the show? Thanks. Yeah, you didn't want it to happen, believe me.
I did this for their assault on the media contest.
Yeah, did I win?
Right, man.
Hi, guys. O&A. O&A.
I'm not a kid toucher. I was just trying to win the grand prize.
XM seat warmer.
Yeah. And then...
I can't believe that. You haven't set that up. That's properly... He's fighting through tears to say how much he likes you two.
Yeah, he's...
I don't know whatever happened to this guy. This was last year.
What's so funny about the brownies?
Right when I saw the brownies, I knew.
Because we goof on it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, on this show, we goof on the brownies constantly, how he's got the brownies and the lemonade out there. Why don't you have a brownie?
One of the better moments of this show, Jeffrey Ross, in the last year, Chris Hansen comes in, and we had brownies and lemonade for the guy. And then
Santa.
And then
we had Chris Hansen on, and
then he comes in, and Anthony does Chris Hansen and wouldn't break character.
Yeah, I was like, why don't you take a seat over here? and then we took clips of him reading the transcripts of these pedophiles and played it
like he was saying.
So it's like Chris Hansen, did you say this? And it's like, I want to have sex with you. I know you're a little young, but I'm into that. And it's Chris Hansen saying it, but he's reading the transcript like, now, Chris, that was you, and he's just laughing. He was very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but went along with it.
He must have a thing. He must have some weird. I mean,
you think?
Do that for a living to bust people out like that? It's like no different than Ashton Kutcher or Punk'd, and he's got a weird.
He asked for our. Yeah, I think there's something going on with him. Absolutely. He asked for our emails, and I'm like, I have nothing to hide. I'm like, no way am I giving you an email.
Yeah, he's like Secret Service,
right?
CIA.
Because I think he really wanted our emails to just kind of do a little searching to see if he could find anything.
Yeah. I looked into a name Wannabe Nazi 101.
Yeah.
It's like Spitzer, he goes after hooker rings.
Yeah.
He's got some weird thing inside him. So maybe Chris Hansen's got
You always think that if somebody's really into something, like stopping something that they are kind of into it.
And they want access to the materials, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Justifiable access to the
Like,
materials.
can I see some of those police files?
Remember Pete
let
Townsend said he
I might
was
have to
doing
take this home with me.
I always found the Pete Townsend thing when he was there, the research.
Yeah, he was doing research. And where's this book that he was going to put out? Or this film or something? It's been years.
Scientists writing books. What do we care about a guitar guy?
Pete Townsend.
It worked, though. The guy never did any time or anything. That thing went away with that excuse.
He's picking up young boys like guitars and windmilling them.
Their arms and legs being untouched.
He really did just get away with it, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
Well, he did write a rock opera about that. I mean,
Well,
that had
yeah,
some
he
sort of
did.
grounding for the excuse.
True.
Well, then he had to come up with something like, oh, crap, I got to do something with this.
I'm doing research for a book that'll never see the light of day.
Now I got to make
called
a crappy
Beyond-
CD.
Beyond Blue Balls.
Here's the
Blue Ball Wizard.
Here's the rest of the brownie. Here's the rest of the brownie clip.
Who are you?
I knew I was going to be running into you.
I think this is the first time we've had brownies.
I'm kind of chuckling about it just because, I shouldn't have.
So you think it's funny?
No, I don't think it's funny. I mean, it's funny how dumb I'm really turning into.
That's great. Nice use of the language.
And it goes on, so there you go.
Yeah, you think it's funny.
Amazing, right?
Do they ever have weapons on them or anything? Is it ever going to be hostile? Is
One
there
guy
ever-
had weapons in the trunk of his car once, but they bring all kinds of stuff. Usually they bring like Zima, some kind of
gaffer tape.
Yeah, some kind of wine coolers for the youngster.
Oh, yeah.
They bring condoms, pot, sometimes Coke.
We can laugh all we want, but think back to when you were young. Sometimes that was the only way you could get drunk.
It's true.
And I did it without the internet. I did it through handwritten correspondence. I was posting all day.
When me and my brother were kids and we used to have the babysitter come over, she would have her friends all come over. And they were, guys, girls, and they'd be effing and drinking my father's booze, and they wouldn't care. We'd be drinking. It's like 7 years old, drunk, looking at naked chicks getting banged on the couch.
Wow.
Rocked.
That has to rock.
Yeah.
I once
Good
masturbated
stuff.
while babysitting at someone's house, and the parents came back. That was pretty horrific. Like, the kids were asleep.
Oh, okay.
The kids were
You
asleep.
scared me.
You weren't standing against the crib, were you?
You were hovering. Got some on the little mobile over the... Oh, God.
I was on the couch downstairs. I didn't get a lot of alone time in my house. Gunther was very vigilant.
Gunther.
The first time I was 16, I don't know what word do you use. What word do you use?
Just taking care of yourself.
Not me, her. I was doing it to her.
What was that word back?
Wait.
My first time ever.
All right, I see. You're doing something with a whatever.
Yeah, you were taking care of her, but
little
let's
thing,
say you
my-
wouldn't be able to juggle at the same time.
Yeah, like my first time sort of touching a woman's privates there,
No, now you just ruined
That
it.
probably won't go.
You just ruined it.
You can't
Yeah.
say,
Oh, it's gotten bad, so
Jeffrey.
bad.
I'm spending too much time in nightclubs.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
there. You just got to have confidence that the listeners can figure out.
Yeah,
But
they'll
basically,
figure
the
it
first
out.
time you're.
I'll be more careful.
Well, now I don't know if we. Now save it for after the break, because then I think they might panic and just.
We can
dump
reset.
Hang on,
We can
I
reset
don't,
after
I
the
don't know what he was talking about.
No. We're holding
I was picking a
sardines.
girl's nose for crying out loud.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, you know when you go bowling?
All right, hold on. I like this approach. The first time you picked a girl's nose, what happened?
Her parents come home, so we break it all up.
In the middle of the picking of the
in the
nose.
middle of the picking a nose,
Yeah.
my first time ever. So it's like
Picking her nose.
it's mind blowing, exciting. It's very very cool.
Sure.
Her parents come home. We're both sitting on the couch, just polite, and the dog runs over, who I've never met, and he's just licking my finger. And they're like, "Oh, Ralphie loves you. He doesn't like anybody."
Oh, that's funny.
Ralphie loves you.
Hey,
Then he went over to the father's hand and started licking that.
And he licked his hand all the way up to the elbow.
And now I'm dating the father. It's crazy.
when you were picking this girl's nose, did you blow your nose?
No, it's just very innocent.
All right.
15, 16-year-old.
All right, gotcha.
That's very innocent.
Jeffrey Ross, the governor, is on Long Island tonight.
Yeah, baby.
And where do we go to find out other tour dates?
MySpace.com, Jeffrey Ross Live. I'm hitting all your cities.
Yeah, because we're live in Cleveland, and they have to see Jeffrey Ross.
Cleveland and Seattle next week.
All right, and Jim Jefferies playing Caroline's Thursday through Sunday.
And then on tour, but yeah.
Best club in town. Awesome.
Yeah, I was just there on Saturday
thank
night.
you.
And, Greg took care of me big time.
It's a lot of fun there.
A lot of fun.
It's always great to see you guys in the crowd there.
We're going to wrap up after the break. We got kids plotting against their teacher. They wanted to stab her, and they're in 3rd grade. We got a guy talking about UFOs, and we got a guy, it looks like he's acting out a video game because he's a crazy guy attacking someone with a machete, then he starts throwing firebombs off the roof. Sounds like this guy wanted to
When the
live.
hell did this happen?
We're going to find out after the break.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like he was living Grand Theft Auto or something. We'll get into those stories in a few. Opie and Anthony. We haven't done this in a while. We're going to do a speed round. Still lots to do. Opie and Anthony, Jim Jefferies, Jeffrey Ross. And Jeffrey Ross is doing what? The reality awards or something tonight on MTV?
I host with Miss USA the Real World 19 seasons worth of reunion. 19 seasons worth of morons all got together in one house up in the hills, and it was. I never quit a show in the middle. And at one point, Trishelle threw a drink at me, and when security wouldn't throw her out, I left. I got thrown in the pool. You'll all see it tonight.
Wow.
Why I'm plugging this, I'm not sure.
I still don't understand.
Okay, I get this random call from MTV.
Yeah.
They're going to bring. They've done 19 seasons of The Real World. It's like 100 people.
I saw maybe 3 of the seasons.
Right, so you remember the one with Puck?
Yeah, I remember.
That was probably
Rocket.
That's the only person I remember.
That was probably the most popular season.
And there's like a Spanish guy who had AIDS or something.
Yeah, I have AIDS.
Right.
I have a boyfriend. Yes, my name is Pedro. I have AIDS. I have a boyfriend. You know, he's cute. It's nice.
Yeah. Did Pedro show up for the reunion?
I don't think so.
Tribute.
I don't. Buck, you put your finger in the peanut butter, and then you put it in your mouth. It's like, yeah, well, at least you didn't.
It was great. Puck smoked his ashes.
What you don't want to do. Puck. Stupid Puck.
Smoked his ashes.
Is he still trying to, like,
They didn't update on
capitalize on being a bike messenger at 50 years old or whatever he is?
I asked him how he has a wife and kids. I was like, how is Chuck and Buck? You know, just silly jokes, kind of. And I go, look at you. I just basically address them all. I have a tuxedo on. I got a microphone. You know, I'm like out there. It's a beautiful sunset on a Hollywood mansion. Everybody's dressed up. It's all blinged out. And I'm like, you know, a lot of people, some of you are fatter now. Some of you have kids, but you all have one thing in common: complete and total obscurity. This is like the biggest episode of Intervention ever. So suddenly, like, Puck wanders in front of my teleprompter. I can't see the jokes that I prepared, so I just start making fun of him. You know, just whatever, just nonsense, making fun of his outfit. He's goofy, and he stops for us, starts screaming just over me, and whispers to some buddies. Next thing I know, 4 goons hurl me into the pool, microphone and all. I thought
Puck has goons?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Real world, they have gang mentality. You know, they stick together, and the whole point is to try to get, drama, to get FaceTime. So
these guys are all full of themselves.
They're all drinking Red Bull. They're all dumb. They have nothing to lose, so they throw the host in the pool. So then I dry off. I come back. I'm a good sport. It's all on MTV tonight. You can see it. But this girl Trishelle, she used to date Andy Dick, and
that guy's crazy.
I thought Andy Dick was gay. Isn't he gay? I thought he was gay.
I think he is too, but I don't know.
So she,
what the hell he's doing?
She won some award. She was wasted. She threw it in the pool, cracked it open, a glass award. So now they have to drain this pool mansion. She's a horrible person.
Tools.
So she wins best female player, essentially best slut award kind of a thing. And she goes, I go, don't worry. I make a joke on the stage. I go, don't worry. I spoke to Flavor Flav. You can be on the show. Just an innocent slam. And she starts screaming at me. You're not funny. I'm funny. You're not funny. I'm funny. I could deal with her saying I'm not funny, but when she's saying I'm funny.
Yeah.
And I'm there with my buddy Jordan Rubin. We're just sitting there. And I just go like this. I dismiss her. I go, shoo. And that was it.
Shoo.
She threw her drink on me, Jordan.
What a pain in the ass gig you had,
It was the
Jeffrey.
worst. I got good money for it. I can't complain.
It's on tonight?
Yeah, that's why I'm working Governors.
Is it worth watching?
I think the pool stuff will probably be funny. Because
They'll edit in such a way where it's not going to be funny. You know that.
hopefully it'll look like it was more fun than it actually was.
Yeah, all right.
MTV, to their credit, they made it look like a party. It was fun. Anytime you get to make fun of reality stars, it's my
Has
real
anyone
house.
from the real world gone on to anything?
There's a couple actors out there who do well.
Dave Edwards show up?
No.
They wouldn't let him?
He didn't come for some reason.
Is he the black comic from L.A.?
Yeah, the guy who got thrown out.
Yeah.
Season 1, I think.
2.
Oh, was it season 2?
It went New York, then L.A., right? And then finally, San Francisco was third.
London, yeah.
And then I watched the Boston one because we were living up there at the time, and then I really haven't seen it since.
Yeah, it's.
I heard the Vegas one was the best one, but I don't know.
Real, I know. I think
I'm just trying to
Puck one
relate
is
to
the
your
most popular
dumb
one.
gig, Jeffrey.
I know,
I'm trying.
Have jokes will travel, and Opie, that's how it goes.
All right, hey, speed round here. We got a great story. A bunch of third graders up to no good here.
In Georgia, 2 third graders are arrested, and a third one is expected to be for allegedly plotting an attack on their teacher. Police say they are part of a group of about 9 boys and girls who brought a steak knife, handcuffs, and duct tape to school. Authorities say they were apparently planning to knock their teacher unconscious, tie her up, and then stab her to get back at her for disciplining one of the kids.
When the hell did this happen?
We got to question how bad this teacher is. If 9 of them get together and go, let's stab her and duct tape her.
Yeah, right.
Let's stop picking on the kids and let's have a strong look at this woman.
Hey, you make a really good point. There's always one crazy wacko, but 9,
Yeah.
they might be onto something.
Yeah, like you remember at school there was some sadistic. They had the cane, do you call it the cane where you used to get hit?
Or the cane.
In Australia we call it the cane, like where you could be hit with like a cane.
No, they'd arrest you.
And we had this teacher, they actually put it on the news. They said, as of Monday, the cane will be outlawed in Sydney, right? They said this on the Thursday.
Oh, wow.
There was one teacher that's like, it's cane and days. And he just walked around the school going, Jefferies, your shirt's undone. Come with me. It was a big mark of respect if you could get the cane on the last day. So everyone was like really working for it at about 2 o'clock.
Caning day.
Caning day.
Yeah, unbelievable. Hey, JD Collins from Maine, going backwards. Thank you, JD. The Miz, who's done our show many, many times from the real world. The second time they did New York, I think. He's from Cleveland originally. He's now in the WWE. The Miz. Yes.
Yeah, the Miz. He was there,
but he was in. He was on the real world.
He was a good sport. He's
a really good guy, man.
But he also went out with that dingbat Trishelle.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And Eric had some kind of MTV career for a while, didn't he? He had that dance show.
Eric Nies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Eric Nies. He looks like a homeless veteran now.
Oh, God.
He looks really bad.
Really?
She did a pilot that I did, actually, friends. I did one in Cancun for spring break. I did 2. I was hosting a game show, and Pauly Shore's on it, and I think she was one of the contestants, too. It was atrocious.
That's what I love about MTV. They will throw, different people all together, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. It won't be good.
Yeah.
You and Miss America.
Yeah,
that's a weird mix. I mean, he just met you today, but I know that's not. I don't know what she looks like, but you would have been mismatched.
Yeah, no, it was like Beauty and the Beast. Believe me.
Yeah. You guys want crazy guy attack someone with a machete, then start throwing firebombs off the roof, or another school story? Teacher is fined for letting students beat late classmate. Which one you want?
Beat a late classmate?
Yeah.
That's a cute story.
You want that one?
Sure.
We'll keep with the school theme for a minute here.
While you're queuing that up, one time my nephew, he's 7, his 8, his fellow classmates put strawberry lip gloss on a teacher's coffee cup because they knew she was allergic to strawberry, and she had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, see, that's a good joke. That's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
That's something to do with duct tape and shivving your teacher. You call it shivving over here? Yeah. No, that's all right. Yeah, I was stumbling.
They were. I heard that story though.
Yeah.
On the way in, the kids, they wanted to duct tape her and kidnap her or something, and they had kids that were in charge of blocking the windows and the door, kids that were in charge of holding the knives, the duct tape, and it was because she reprimanded some kid for standing on his chair, and they all got together like this big conspiracy. Who's which one's the top dog kid there that was able to rally the troops like that?
Maybe it was a Dead Poet Society moment.
Yeah.
He was inspiring the other kids.
Right.
But so you got kids looking at the windows, kids duct taping, another kid that's going to kidnap. You got to have a big kid who's controlling all the other kids who aren't going along with it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's logistics.
We're
really.
leaving out a big part of the story. It's coming in a lot. Justin B. from PA, he writes, you guys are leaving out the fact that the third graders were in the special ed class.
Oh.
How good at plotting could they possibly
See, no,
be?
but that's maybe
God.
why they were so angry. Maybe he couldn't stand on the chair, and she made him.
Yeah, with that
As some
big head
type
of his,
sadistic type of.
It got him off balance.
Being resourceful.
They're not very good plotters, though. They would just say it out loud. Okay, tomorrow we can't. All right.
We're gonna kidnap you.
Well, it all depends on, where was this?
I don't know.
They got the
In,
quadriplegic to
Atlanta.
block the door.
Atlanta? Okay.
Oh, Atlanta. They were probably all
That
16.
gives the story some heart, right?
Exactly.
Now you're more curious about what a kind of a witch the teacher is. It gives it some heart.
Yeah.
That these people had to overcome their handicaps to do this.
And then they've worked as a team. I think this is beautiful.
This is very
I think this
cuckoo's
is an
nest.
inspiring
She
story.
might
Yeah.
have to get Teacher of the Year award. He was able to
Maybe.
teach these kids
Something tells me this special education wasn't because they were retarded.
No, it's because they were fire starters.
Yeah. This is like the special ed class where it's like, keep them away from the good kids. We're just going to pile them all into this classroom.
There wasn't one of them that wasn't a cutter.
Yeah.
They had to hang on the other side of school. Remember
Some-
that? Remember that other side
Oh, yeah.
of your school?
And I, one of the message boards printed a makeup of the school broken down by ethnicity. And it was very high concentration of African American students.
You never miss an opportunity, do you?
I was just saying that because a lot of people were probably wondering that, because I know I was when I first heard the story. I was curious.
What, are you saying they're more likely to be special needs? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm just stating facts of the story. I'm not speculating as to why or how, who, that. Just laying it out there.
All right. And also, they were higher than the normal school. A lot of tall kids.
Tall kids,
I'm
yes.
saying they were tall. There was a lot of people who were burning things, but their basketball team, awesome.
Here's another school story.
A man who used to teach at this high school in Delta, Colorado, is facing abuse charges because of how he decided to handle a tardy student.
For his disciplinary actions in this were to have the student do so many sit-ups or push-ups in an allotted amount of time.
Apparently, the late student either couldn't or wouldn't do the sit-ups and push-ups, so 22-year-old teacher Brian Havel told the other students to hit their classmate.
The student reported this or told his parents about it, who, again, they're the ones who initiated it. That's how we found out about it. The parents approached the high school and got us involved.
The school district says parents won't have to worry about the teacher anymore.
Mr. Havel is no longer at Delta High School, and we have received a letter of resignation.
Havel is now facing child abuse charges.
Don't have to worry about him anymore. They got all the other teachers to punch him. I don't think that's what the army does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Remember
where
Private Pile getting the old bars of soap in the socks?
Oh, yeah.
Ow!
Sad Sack. Is there still a Sad Sack comic book? I liked him.
Sad Sack?
Yeah, there is. It's pretty amazing that punishment, physical punishment, is no longer allowed.
You can't even hug a kid now.
It's like, it's my whole life.
You can't hug a kid anymore.
Threats and afraid of the belt and the hitting, and now
Yeah.
kids can say and do whatever they want.
You know,
without fear.
You had those teachers that were the teachers
Nice
that hugged
teachers.
you when you were having a tough time in school. You're not allowed to do that anymore. But then there was an outrage over that. Then they decide, well, you could hug a kid, but it can't be for more than 2 seconds, because then they try to bring the hug back. It's just a mess.
But yeah,
the school
you have
system in this
to,
country
you have
is a
to
mess.
put your own Band-Aids on and stuff as a kid. They're not allowed to help you with your wounds
Nope.
or anything like that. So
No touching.
Well, you
yeah,
might-
so all my tears were. Yeah.
You have to teach yourself math and English now, too.
They can't talk. The teachers can't talk.
All right, we got to get out of here.
This was fun.
Jeffrey Ross, the Reality World Awards on MTV tonight. I got confused. I thought you meant the Reality Awards. Like
Because the
all
real
reality shows, right?
No, just
the Real World Awards.
badge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a made-up reality show. It's fun. But come to Governors. That'll be much cooler.
Governors tonight on Long Island.
Yeah.
Jim Jefferies, Caroline's later on this week, Thursday through Friday. Thursday through Sunday, excuse me.
And I got dates in Detroit and Chicago coming up, as well as New York. Just check my MySpace.
Jim Norton on MySpace. All right, we're out of here. We got to get to XM. Have a good day. I know where we are. I'm just saying, like, as far as all the buttons that need to be pushed here. We got Jeffrey Ross that just changed his audition so he can hang at XM, which is very cool when our guests do that. And then we got Jim Jefferies over there, so we're all set and ready to go.
I love staying around for this part of the show. I love the studio.
Oh, you changed your audition?
Yeah. It was a meeting, more of a meeting. I was
we
just
on
telling
air?
Jimbo about.
Yeah, we're on there.
Oh, why is my microphone? I can't hear you.
Oh, you got to turn up your headphones. Yeah.
Oh, that's much better.
There we
I was
go.
inspired by Jim Norton. I'm out pitching a book this week.
Oh, really?
A lot of interest.
What's the book going to be about?
How to roast your friends.
Really?
The way of the roast master. How to bust balls without burning bridges.
We talked about this last time.
That's good.
Roast means something completely different in Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it again in Britain?
If you spit roast, it's two guys fucking a chick. It's
Yeah,
like when you put a pig on a
on the
spit.
rotisserie.
Oh, okay.
On the rotisserie.
We call it on the rotisserie.
So
yeah.
if you go, we roasted some chick, that means...
It's kind of similar.
Yeah, you're fucking somebody.
Yeah.
And friends are involved.
Yeah.
So it's
Do you
sort
know
of is like a roast.
statistically 9 out of 10 people enjoy gang rape?
9 out of 10. Well.
We got a couple great things for this side of the show. Sam is being a wise ass.
Oh, really? That should never happen.
I know we're getting away from April Fool's Day and pranks and stuff, but Sam handed this to me and said, you might want to play this and then make fun of Steve. Oh, here comes Sam. No. Ask Jim about flying to Australia where he can't go.
Oh, yes. I can't. I'm not allowed in Dubai anymore.
Why?
I made a joke. You know, remember when the teddy bear was called Muhammad?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got on stage on television the next time, and I said, all this about this teddy bear. And I go, so if there's any Muslim fundamentalists in the room, you see this microphone, I'm calling it Muhammad, and it's gay. And all I want to do is roll the Quran up and fuck itself up the ass, right? And I said this, and then I was just doing it as a joke because the teddy bear wasn't a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So they banned me from going to Arab countries, but the only free one you can travel through is going into Dubai, right? But I'm still allowed to go to Iraq and Afghanistan to do gigs for troops because I'm under the British military protection. But I'm not allowed to travel into where the 5-star resorts
You
are.
said that joke in Dubai?
No, I said it on television
Yeah.
in Britain.
Oh, in Britain, okay.
No,
I thought you were brave enough to actually say that at a gig in Dubai.
Hey, how you doing? I'll be leaving out the back door. My car will explode shortly after
But
it
it was
leaves the
ridiculous.
building.
That teddy bear thing was
The
ridiculous.
teddy bear was silly.
It was silly, man.
Yeah. All right, we got Sam. Sam?
Sam.
Yeah, no. This
Speaking
is
of teddy bears, he's our own little Sammy bear.
By the way, Sam is still growing his afro.
I know, he
He's
won't
not
stop
happy.
doing it.
Why are you still growing it? I thought we won Afro Wars.
I did too, but Dave keeps saying he didn't lose.
All right, but we.
I think he's waiting for the year anniversary of the Imus controversy so he can actually have the hairstyle Imus was commenting on. Because it really is getting a little...
it's very nappy.
Yeah.
Richard Simmons.
Yeah, it is Richard Simmons.
Buckwheat.
Well, because I'm not going to shave my head thinking the contest is over and then have Dave, since he's got that awful haircut still.
You're starting to enjoy the afro, I'm thinking.
Well, I'm not going to lose
This is a different
contest.
Sam. I think he's enjoying the afro.
Yeah.
You look like the sound guy from the Little Rascals.
Yep.
We have an afro contest with Eastside Dave from the Ron and Fez show. And we finally said enough. We came back from vacation, we pinned him down, and we shaved him a reverse mohawk. We're like, end of contest, Sam wins.
Of course.
Not fair, but we like wrestling angles on our show and their show, so we're like, it's fair as far as that goes. Yeah. Dave decided that he's not going to lose this contest, so he took what we did and made an old man horseshoe where it's really bushy on the sides. It's horrific. Get a picture of what Eastside Dave looks like now. And he said, contest is still on. I'm not shaving. So he looks completely ridiculous, and now young Sam here feels like I can't back out of this contest. Right?
Yeah, I can't, because he also said he definitely won't admit defeat until you give him the $500 that he thinks he is owed for winning the biggest gator contest.
I gave him 100 so far.
100 is good.
I gave him 100 so
That's
far.
it.
I'll give him maybe another 100, and then we're going to call it even.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anyway, you got this thing. You handed to me.
Yeah, well, because some radio show did an April Fool's prank where they played a prank on one of the guys on the show, apparently, and said, your grandma's on the phone, and then the grandma pretended to have a heart attack, and the guy pretended that he didn't know that his grandma was pretending to have a heart attack, and then they all laughed about it. It was really stupid, I thought. And it's April 2nd. It's not April 1st anymore.
That's the genius.
But
of course.
Steve kept insisting that you guys wanted more April Fool's Day stuff, so April Fool's.
It's April Fool's week.
Fools.
So you're basically saying this sucks.
Like, I won't get behind it. You might find some enjoyment out of
Oh,
how
here comes
bad it is,
Steve.
but-
Yes. Oh, Jesus, he doesn't look very happy.
Actually, to clarify the line of bullshit that Sam just gave you, what I actually said was, guys,
I'll suck anyone's dick.
I'll suck anybody's dick in this room. Isolate that, I'm sure you will anyway. I asked if you guys were still interested in the April Fool's audio because I just got this stupid link to some clip, and since I can only get about 30 seconds into any piece of fucking audio before I get interrupted for something, I asked Sam to listen to it. So the insistence on cutting it up, the insistence on handing it to you is utter fabrication.
By one of your guys.
Yes.
All right. Are you going to fire Sam for lying?
Yes.
Yes.
That's when Anthony does impressions that aren't even.
Oh, I just I'm none of that over the air. I was doing a visual impression.
I want to know why Steve just said pack your shit. It's not like he's trying to be an intern.
Ouch. Well, let's take a listen to this. This is a show out of Denver.
Mm-hmm.
The show's called BJ Howie, and of course, Jennifer.
Jennifer's probably good, though.
When are these radio shows going to understand you don't need the hole? You just don't need the hole on the radio with you.
All right, first of all, we're going to make a phone call here. We got to congratulate Howie's grandmother, Nance. She's 81 years old. We just want to congratulate her.
Nance, how are you? I'm not very good. I can't breathe good today.
You can't breathe? What's the matter?
I can't get my breath. I didn't sleep good last night. I had bad chest pain.
Oh, my. You're having chest pains?
Like acid indigestion type? No, I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath.
Well, Nance, hang on a second. Is it because of all the excitement? Are you feeling well?
No, I don't feel good. I didn't sleep all night last night, and I can't breathe.
My vagina has mice.
Does anyone else get it? She doesn't feel good.
Right, I get the joke.
But she's a good actress. They stink.
They are horrid.
She's good.
She's pulling it off.
I didn't feel too good.
Yeah, she's almost believable.
I'm
But
not feeling chest
going,
pains.
so why don't you feel bad? Is it stomach problem?
Jeepers creepers, you're kidding. You don't feel well.
So you don't feel good.
Hacks.
So let me get this straight. You're not sleeping? That's not even a sign of a heart attack, not sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping.
I think sleeping is a sign of a heart attack.
Yeah, sleeping for a long time. And here's one of the actors isolated.
We all know.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
No, I don't have that here.
I thought you were going to go
When the hell did this happen?
Right. And then it continues. Now that they made it perfectly clear that Grandma doesn't
feel well. Get it?
Wah, wah, wah.
Do you need something? Is Jimmy there?
Jimmy was asleep, Hottie.
Well, can you wake him up? Tell him that you need some help. Are you okay?
I can't, Beans. I can't.
Louie Beans.
All right, now you got to get the Bronco's tail out.
Oh, these guys are horrid.
Look, now he has to build up the excitement.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh my. Oh yeah. Doing the radio voice the whole time.
Do you need something? Is Jimmy there?
Jimmy's asleep, Hottie.
Well, can you wake him up? Tell him that you need some help. Are you okay?
I can't, Hottie. I can't. I can't breathe. Oh, Hottie. Oh, Hottie. Help me, Hottie. Help.
What?
Help me, Hottie.
We need to. Oh my God! You need to pick up the phone. Oh my God!
Is that awful? Oh my God! Oh, and the hole is.
Her dying has put a dampener on the show.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket! They can't stop the show at any point to maybe call 911.
Right.
They can't stop the show to just see if she's okay. Go to commercials.
Yeah. We'll finish this bit right after traffic and weather together.
Yeah, because our PD says we got to get that in, even though we're trying to pull this
We'll
off.
send our traptor copter over to check you out.
The irony is, if this was real, it would be funny.
Right.
If the grandmother really was dying on the air,
And they were acting like this? It's hysterical. But she's not, and they're acting like this. It sucks.
Of course, the fucking broad just has to suck even.
Sad when people die.
But let's see.
How'd your parents die?
Let's see if the acting gets better here.
I doubt it.
I backed it up a bit here.
Oh. Help me, God.
We need to. Oh my God! You need to pick up the phone. Oh my God! Pick up the phone.
Nance!
Pick it up. See if you can pick it up.
Nance,
we'll take a
can you
quick
hear
break
me?
here.
Did she fall?
I don't know.
Nance, something's wrong. I gotta call somebody.
You think something's wrong?
What was the
you think you
indicator?
got to call somebody?
Yeah. Maybe the phone dropping, the fact that she said she had chest pains and didn't feel
You
good.
got to do some honeymooners
But do they
because
even
the acting is just like that.
Mr. Faversham!
There's something wrong
Something
here.
wrong!
No, Rachel, it's her heart. What was the indicator there was a problem? When you said, how are you? And she said, my left arm is numb and I can't see anything and I smell oranges. Fucking assholes.
To make a trade, your
What was their
left arm
reasoning for
is
calling her to begin with? What was their reasoning?
I don't know. To set up the April Fool's
Yeah, to
joke.
set up the
We're
gag.
going to ring an old lady for no apparent reason.
Well, the old lady's the grandma, one of the hosts.
Oh no!
The one that's really distressed.
Smokezilla from Kentucky writes, April douche. And then they give you the big reveal here, everybody. Because they can't, might as well give away one of our secrets today.
What?
If you can do something like this, you leave everyone fucking hanging. But they're too scared to leave everyone hanging.
Oh, gosh.
We got to wrap this up. Oh,
Howie, what do you want me to do here? Can't believe it. Put her back on. Nance?
April Fool's, Todd.
What are you talking about, April Fools? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just payback time, boy.
That is so
Payback
I
time.
can't even believe that.
Man, you
Yeah,
scared
got
us.
that
I
right.
got you,
Can't
Hop.
even believe it.
She hung up.
Yeah. Now, this is what I don't understand. There's a show like that in every city in America, right? And you hear the, I can't believe.
More
Are
and
they
more.
really buying into the fact that they think it's a good radio bit, or are they trying to just sell it? I don't understand. That was awful.
He was fooled.
You know how this works, Jimbo.
That could be the worst thing I've ever heard.
That was so bad.
There's
Just
always
radio.
a hype man in the crowd there at those shows to keep things moving, like a laugh track.
Yeah.
Well, you got the hype man, you got the whole, and you got the professional broadcaster.
Hey, Grandma.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box. I'm breaking your balls and you're right away you're getting fucking fed.
Have a heart attack at my fucking party.
He's just kid a little fucking manners.
Billy Bats. Motherfucker.
Getting fresh.
Right away, he's getting fucking fresh.
Wow, the big reveal is just...
It's so bad. Let me hear that again.
Howie, what do you want me to do here?
What do you want
Can't
me to do?
believe it.
Yeah.
Put her back on. Nance?
April Fool's, Todd.
What are you talking about, April?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? When the heck did this happen?
This would be the appropriate reaction. Could you play her for a second?
Sure.
Howie, what do you want me to do here? Can't believe it. Put her back on. Nance?
April Fool's, Todd.
What are you talking
You got me, you cunt.
Yuck.
April Fool's, Todd.
What are you talking about, April Fools? Are you okay?
Oh, the whole.
I'm fine. It's just payback time, boy.
Wouldn't it be great if she slipped right then and there and broke her hip?
Yeah.
Payback time.
Fucking right down those steps and paralyzed herself.
I
Fucking
got
foyer.
you, Hop.
Her fucking Doritos hip just breaks. Fucking old bag.
They don't believe it. The dog starts eating her face.
Yeah, they're just laughing at her. And she's sitting there with shattered graham crackers in her fucking pelvis.
And fucking liquidy shit all the way down the steps.
You old hag.
Thank you. What's the matter? I don't know. There's a man tying me up with a cord to my wheelchair.
Throwing me down the stairs.
Fido down. That's my ear.
God. Fuck them.
The old lady was fine until she gave the reveal. And
Yeah.
I fucking hate her guts too.
April Fools.
Payback time, boy.
Owen, it's payback time.
Owen.
But people understand that everybody was in on the gag. Everybody.
Oh,
it wasn't like
of
the
course.
grandma was pulling a gag on just one of the guys and two out of the... They all knew.
Yeah.
Oh, they had to rehearse it.
That really fucking makes me angry.
I think the
when I
ultimate
just-
April Fool's joke would be to make April Fool's Day on a different day.
Yeah, just like kill a person on April 5th.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
April Fool.
Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you cunt?
I'm Chris Hansen.
People are picking out their favorite part.
Or get that show that you said where they get the paedophiles and just let him get away with it. That's a good April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah.
Don't bust him.
Chester's Liver writes, the "Are you okay?" is quite possibly the biggest douche chill giving sentence ever. Are you okay?
Could we please hear the reveal again?
The reveal? You like the reveal,
Yeah,
huh?
I bet when he first
I already
heard
threw
this,
that out.
Steve was
Can you
wiping
get it out of
his
the garbage.
Steve was wiping his tears away. Thank God she's okay. Nothing. Wow, that was an April Fool's bomb.
All right, here we go again. The big reveal.
Howie, what do you want me to do here? Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Put her back on. Nance?
April Fool's, Todd.
What are you talking about, April Fools? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just payback time, boy.
That is so
Payback time.
I can't even believe that.
Man, you scared us.
I got you, Hop.
Well,
She hung up.
well, people are going with the "it's payback time" line. We can have a little fun with this. I want to thank Steve for bringing a fine bit to the Opie and Anthony show today.
We were doubtful, but it was good.
Yeah, Tim H. from Columbus writes, "It's payback time. This is what you get for marrying that colored girl." Oh, God. We can play "It's payback time" if you like.
It's payback time. This is what you get for not aborting that thing with Down syndrome. I have to bounce on my knee.
You have to bounce on your knee. I think Down syndrome
by the way,
is the one disease, like not disease,
The what?
disability that hasn't been used in stand-up.
Which
like
one?
all the other ones, Down syndrome. Everything else, you got midgets, you got people with cerebral palsy, you got no Down syndrome comics.
Well, it's just by nature they're walking around. They don't realize they're comics.
You've never heard of
insulting someone.
I reckon
Whoa,
we
whoa,
could
whoa,
get
whoa,
together.
whoa. You never heard of Rich Voss?
God damn it! I'm glad you're here.
Oh, that's good.
We all missed that.
We missed that
First thing
one.
I said in 20 minutes. I was waiting for that.
I just think it's an untapped market.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jokes about having a dick and being able to lift heavy things that people can make.
We have another comment about that bit, because now the listeners are calling in here.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, goodness gracious.
And I love the people that get the inside shit we talk about. Matt Lamb from New York City writes, "It's amazing that this old bitch probably called at exactly 7:15 a.m. when the most people are listening."
Yeah. What show is that? Can we see pictures of these guys? That's fucking
That's horrendous.
Can we see pictures of the grandma? Sounds like she's a regular. Eh?
Yeah, where's she?
Nance.
Yeah.
Let's see how close to death she actually is. I'm not feeling too well.
Well, you want to play It's Payback Time, a little more of that? Sure. Thomas Overbeck from Dallas, "It's payback time. That's what you get for kicking my dog in the liver." And then Sam's Camera from Albany, "It's payback time. This is for sending me to the home where my bippy gets violated each night."
What's a bippy?
It's a puss.
It's her cunt.
And Blue Healer from Kentucky suggesting isolate the grandma having a heart attack and play porn behind it. You got that good porn clip, Ant?
No, I don't have that one.
Not porn music, the good coming clips.
Oh, where are those?
Let's try to make this bit funny for these assholes.
We'll punch it up for him. Ah, there it is.
By the way, Down syndrome, someone's saying it's obvious you don't listen to the show a lot because one of our best bits ever was those Down syndrome kids doing knock-knock jokes. Remember that? We went on for like 45 minutes. Knock-knock, who's there?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that bit?
Fuck, man.
Holy shit, was that
I'd
brutal.
like to hear that.
It's like 45
Oh, God,
minutes.
we went off.
We took a lousy 10-second clip and probably did 45
Was
minutes
it
of
knock, knock? The one guy told a retarded joke or
and
some
then it's
shit?
who's there, and then we would stop the tape over and over, and we would tell the little fella who's there.
Oh, it was never anything good, was it?
No.
I've written a sexual thriller with two Down syndrome people called Eyes Wide Apart.
All Access reports the passing of Darian O'Toole. That's got to be a fucking joke.
Do we have our last interview?
Yeah.
We do?
Well, I don't know if that's actually no. All Access reports the passing of Darren O'Toole?
She was, well, if she's dead, she was. If she's not, she is.
I really don't know.
When she called last time?
It could be a little April 2nd joke that's being played on us.
Right. Okay. Is she okay? Oh, my God. Let's get her on the phone.
We'll find out. Anyway, you got the porn clip, the really nasty one? All right, here we go.
Of course I do.
Grandma having a heart attack.
All right, first of all, we're going to make a phone call here. We got to congratulate Howie's grand.
Oh, thank you. It was Olive who? Yes. That's the bit.
Olive.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Olive. Olive who? And then
and then it was, yeah. I'll live, but I shouldn't. I should have a hanger in my head.
All right, first of all, we're going to make a phone call here. We got to congratulate Howie's grandmother, Nance. She's 81 years old. We just want to congratulate her.
She's sick.
Nance?
Nance,
how are you?
I'm not very good. I can't breathe good today.
You can't breathe? What's the matter?
When do you want the porn?
I can't get my breath. I didn't sleep good last night. I had bad chest pain.
Oh, my. You're having chest pains?
When he goes,
oh, my.
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath.
Well, Nance, hang on a second. Is it because of all the excitement, or are you feeling well?
all the excitement of what, that show?
I didn't sleep all night last night, and I can't breathe.
Maybe it's just the next.
Can't breathe. Is it the fucking male nurse with the pillow over your face? I can't breathe. Fucking angel of death is squishing a pillow in my face.
Is it the lawyer with the pen in your hand?
Florida Steed. Florida.
The angel of death.
Florida Steve writes,
Old bat.
Olive to an average of 34 years old. It went on.
I don't remember any
You don't
of
remember?
them.
If we
No,
had that,
there was so many.
yeah. Try to find a little clip of that.
Olive who? Cut and...
It's brutal, Jim.
Do you need something? Is Jimmy there?
Jimmy's asleep, Hottie.
Well, can you wake him up? Tell him that you need some help. Are you okay?
I can't, Hottie. I can't breathe. Oh, Hottie. Oh, Hottie. Help me, Hottie. Help me, Hottie.
We need to. Oh my God! You need to pick up the phone. Oh my God! Pick up the phone. Nance, pick it up. If you can pick it up, Nance, we'll take a quick break here.
Did she fall?
I don't know. Nance, something's wrong. I gotta call somebody.
Goodness gracious!
You know that's gotta hurt.
Right your back.
I love that one.
We've got to call the authorities ASAP.
ASAP, yeah.
Right after these words from...
We'll let you know what happened to Grandma right after these messages.
Yeah.
Right, these words from Depends undergarment.
Right. Yuck.
Oh, that was awful.
Please, can we get their website up? I have to see.
I like how they're going, did she fall? Who speaks on the phone standing up when you're 80 years old?
Dudes, where's E-Rock? He's got to be distraught today. He was banging this broad on the side. Darren O'Toole passes on. Everyone at All Access is saddened to report the passing of veteran radio personality Darren O'Toole yesterday following a long illness.
Really?
O'Toole's long career included stops at blah, 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 and blah, blah. No word on services so far. Is this true?
Yesterday, April Fool's? That can't be true.
You think she's doing her own fucking thing?
She's a fucking
Yesterday, 4-1. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, if she is dead, the joke's on her.
Yeah, no one noticed.
How hilarious would it be to die on April Fool's and everyone thinks it's a joke?
Because you're a radio person. Which is horrid.
It's even worse if they
Can we
believe it
check
and
that
don't care.
she's okay? Has she fallen?
We all just crumbled the fucking article up and
Like,
threw
whatever.
it. Like, whatever. Who cares?
Hey,
I landed right on my helmet.
I never heard of her until she did this, so it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrapping up our April Fool's coverage. We got Kim in Virginia. Kim, what's up?
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
Hey.
I just moved, so I had to listen to the radio, the local radio.
Yeah.
We don't have TV yet or cable. So this local radio station did this big hack bit where they said, first of all, they said they've been waiting 3 years to do this. And they told everybody they were cleaning out the phone lines and they had to cover up their phones with bags.
Oh, that old gag.
Isn't
Cover
that
up your phones with a plastic bag because we got to blow out the phone lines. They're going to be blowing out the phone lines, and you'll get dust all over your house. So cover your phone in plastic bags.
It was so hack and so awful. It
And what,
made
are
me
people
sick.
dropping their phones in fucking, their cell phones in little plastic baggies now? Because how many people really have
They
phones?
were like covering their studio phones and talking about how they had to do that, and then they had some lady call in and said, "Is this for real? Because I've got to call my aunt and tell her she's got to cover up her phone because her whole house will get dirty."
We better get audio of this one. This one sounds terrific.
People should then go around and look for bags on phones and blow the person's head off with a shotgun if there's a bag on their fucking phone. Just kill them.
It just made me sick to listen to.
Thank you, Kim. We appreciate that. Unbelievable.
I have a better gag. We're blowing out Granny. Put a bag over her fucking head. We're going to blow out her ass and see the dust that comes out her mouth.
Puddle of AIDS. I'll live till
Puddle of AIDS?
Well, he's just one
that's
of
his
our regulars.
name. Oh,
The famous Puddle of AIDS, yes.
He writes, I'll live till I choke to death on my tongue.
I think that was one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Rings a bell.
Matt LaFar from Queensbury. He hasn't checked in a while. He writes, Olive who? I'll live long enough to ruin every family photo for the next 40 years. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And a new one coming in from Kent, the movie guy from San Francisco. He writes, Olive who? I'll live longer than Darren O'Toole.
That's sweet. You worked it in with
clever.
A recent death. She doesn't say that she's dead. She just passed on.
Yeah, where'd she go?
What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
No
Because-
word on
Because I don't want to upset the Christians, but there is no heaven. And if you've got any dead relatives, you're never seeing them again. That's just my theory.
That's wonderful, Jim. Thank you. Some of us like to feel like there's something, a little hope out there.
No, you want to go on forever, dear? Let it end at some stage. Bloody hell. You want to exist forever and ever?
Bloody hell.
That seems to be the thing
hell.
everybody wants.
I don't want to be thinking for the rest of my life.
You just want to
I don't
rest.
like thinking as it is. Where's me passport? Can't punch women in the street.
You just wanted at some point to just stop.
I would like an ending. I would like an ending.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to heaven. Do you really want to?
Hey.
Not in the traditional sense. I don't want to walk around on a cloud with wings and all that happy
I
horse
want to put
shit.
my face in the 16-year-old girl's ass.
That's heaven.
Yeah, but even then, after a while, you'd get used to it, wouldn't you? Like, there would become a stage where you go, I could fucking lick balls now. I've been doing this for so long.
That's what happened to Chuck Berry. Anybody who gets too much puss goes crazy like that.
You're right. They got to get shit and pissed on.
You should know.
You betcha.
You betcha.
You betcha. All right, hey. We started this little war with WEEI in Boston. It's going very well, by the way. Too
They
busy
started.
to take all the phone calls that are coming in, but we appreciate the job you're doing so far. And we got the, this is very famous, actually, a voicemail. John Dennis leaves an angry voicemail for, like, a listener. This is really good shit. And we'll play it after the break, because I got to
Oh,
take
a
leak.
tease.
I didn't mean to tease, because we already have you. You're already paying for this crap, so. But I do have to take a leak.
Plug our dates, will you?
You do that while I go.
Can I?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Do you want to plug? You plug mine, I'll plug yours. I don't know yours.
JJ over here is going to be at Caroline's this week.
He's doing a lot of stuff in Cleveland.
I'm going to be in Cleveland, Seattle, and tonight at Governor's for the first time ever on Long Island.
What is Governor's?
First time ever?
Yeah, I've never been there.
Hey, Governor!
Yeah, is it just like that? Just a whole lot of people who think they own the place.
Yeah, they just go, hey, Governor! That's
Governor.
a place in Levittown.
Then Hilarities in Cleveland and the Giggles in Seattle.
The Giggles? Or
Classy
just
names.
Giggles?
I don't know. I never.
Never
Sounds like
been
it's
there.
a stripper.
Giggles?
Hey, Giggles.
Ugh. Stripper. Yuck. They don't even strip right anymore. Just stand there, a little bit of weaving of the hips, and then they come down to extort money from you. I like the old days where you had some dollar bills, you drinking a beer, she'd walk on the bar, you toss her some bucks, and she'd stand there in front of you for a little while, go to the next guy. Not try to extort $20 out of you for a lap dance every fucking lap around the bar. It's
crazy.
Enough already.
When the hell did this happen?
You gotta hit
When the
Tampa.
hell did this happen?
Tampa. That's where. That's where
I
the strip
like
clubs are.
old school stripping. Girls with balloons and a cigarette.
Oh, wow.
That
is old school.
They still have that in Australia.
Do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
I love the old-fashioned strippers, the burlesque.
Oh, you're talking way back.
Yeah.
What, like a feather fan dance or something?
I'm friends with the burlesque girl who, what was that America's Got Talent, the one who did the strip thing on Knight Rider car.
Ugh.
Which one was that?
David Hasselhoff?
Michelle Lamore. I'm friends with her. She's like a burlesque thing.
Is she?
Yeah, it's
Never
good.
heard
Feathers
of her.
and shit, you know.
The feather dancing?
Yeah, all the
I don't want
feathers and
art
stuff.
in my stripping either. I want a completely nude local girl.
Yes.
That is just in some shit fucking bar. That could just be, if it wasn't for girls dancing naked, it would just look like a regular bar.
I want them to be desperate for cash.
Yeah, and be desperate for cash.
Yeah.
Not have...
Low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sexy.
I like walking into local strip clubs that you never know if you're going to see some destitute former classmate or something. That's great. A nice little burlesque.
I like it old school.
You have that on your iPod.
That's what I get introduced to at comedy clubs.
Oh, okay.
Do you really?
You pull your tits out?
Yeah. I get people to
feeling
come
them
up
up?
on stage and shake it.
I actually think strippers are very easy to pick up in strip clubs. They're not.
You think?
It's not difficult. You just tell them
I
you're
think
a
they're too
comic or something,
jaded.
and you slap the accent on a bit, and you can.
Well,
say
yeah,
you're a
you with
stripper.
that fucking accent, I'm sure.
Yeah, chicks like the accent.
They really do. But
Which is the weird thing when Americans go, because you like, I don't want to tell you about America, but you hate it across the world.
Oh,
Right?
I know,
It's nothing
no,
personal.
we know that.
You know what I
Nothing
mean?
personal.
There's nothing personal. You just are, right?
And now we can't even pull out the almighty dollar and try to spend it because it ain't worth it. It's not worth a shit
Right,
anywhere.
So you go after Britain with your accent and try to pick up. People hate it. People hate
Ain't
your
gonna
accent.
work.
Yeah, in Australia,
That's why I
it
won't
still
work
pulls a bit.
there. I've been offered to work there. I have no fucking desire to stand there. Now, because guys that like fucking trash Bush Americans are like, yeah, Americans are stupid. Those are the guys that the fucking British crowds like.
Yeah.
Chris
No
Rock's
desire
been over
to
there
get that
selling
shit.
big tickets.
Chris
They love.
Rock's gonna break a record.
Chris
They
is
love
fucking-
him over
Chris is-
there.
Chris is Chris.
So they would love you there. They love brash Americans.
No,
over
well,
there.
Doug Stanhope.
I love black guys, I
Doug
think.
Stanhope sells through the roof over there. He sells big theatre tours. Doug Stanhope.
Does
over
he?
there. Yeah, Doug Stanhope's is huge over
Mitch
there.
Hedberg is still selling out over there.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg was very popular over there. Yeah.
I hear English chicks can't fuck.
English chicks are the best fucks ever.
Are really? 'Cause
Oh!
I hear tell they can't fuck.
No, like 50% of them fuck take it up the ass. 50%. Easy.
Wow.
Easy,
It's
right?
cleaner than a pussy.
The pussy's like the Thames.
chips. No, I find American women. I was in LA for a week last week. Right? I got like 5 or 6 phone numbers of girls who wanted to date me before they fucked me. I'm there for like a week. I can't build up a relationship. I'm gone on Monday.
So you just want to fuck.
Yeah, and then this whole thing that like an American girl wants to hold your hand or something like that on the first date, and then she'll decide whether she's going to date you. We're like, British girl will fuck you and then decide if she's going to date you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're easy.
Makes a lot more sense.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, but are they any good at it?
No, they're good at it.
They're good at it.
Yeah,
and
of course they are. They're better than Australian birds. Australian birds, it's all a lot of sun.
You know something?
doesn't taste right.
Australian chicks, it's a weird thing. I've been to a lot of
once
these
had a girl
websites that have Australian girls on there.
Yeah.
Not very attractive, a lot of them. What the fuck is that?
It's too much sun.
Is that what it
It
is?
is. It's too much. They're like wallets. They're all freckly and their skin's all. I had this one Australian bird I was fucking, and this is what she said to me. She goes, "You can put your goo on me face if you want." Like, how sexy is that? You can put your goo on me face.
You can put your goo on me face.
Cuckoo-ca-choo.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like I did it, but you know.
She's rubbing
That's
it in as lotion.
That's like David Tell's joke. He's like, if God didn't want you to put it on our face, we wouldn't have made eyelids.
That's a good one. Wow.
No, Australian birds, and they're just a bit blokey as well. They're all into sport.
Yeah, like a little manly and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Well, I dated a cop. My brother's a cop, right? And he fucking set me up with some bird from his work.
Oh,
and
a
she was
cop
like,
bitch?
yeah, she was sexy, right?
Was she
But
like
then
the road warrior?
You know when you're like, like when you're laying in bed with a chick and you're like sort of like a play fight, just a little bit of a slap or a, like you're tickling someone or something. You know, you give her a bit of a tickle or something. And then she had me fucking pinned on the floor, with pulling my hair back and mashing my face, going. And I was going, this isn't fun. I don't want to be in this relationship.
Fucking pistol whipping you like Leota.
I don't want any bitch that can fucking slap me to bits.
I like that. I like a woman who can protect me.
Could beat the shit out of you, though.
Yeah. You know, you wouldn't have to hire a bodyguard.
I've dated a couple cops that are fucking submissive sexually. The female cops I've dated,
Really?
they like to be fucking spanked.
You ever put a gun in her mouth?
No, I didn't act out anything like like a role. I don't really do role play, but I just fucking they like.
No,
getting
he
smacked.
said you put a gun in your mouth, and you said I don't do role play. That's just how he fucks.
Oh, you mean
man. That's not role play. It's like keep doing it, or I'll blow your fucking head off.
That's weird though. Chicks from around the world like that. You don't know. Like
British women, man, they
but they fuck like
they're really girly as well. Like they're girly in such a slutty way. It's all mini skirts and stiletto heels and stuff like that. And then you get like in Sweden, the chicks are really hot, but they fuck really shit. They're just they're just too busy being hot. But then you go over to Finland. Finland girls are dynamite because they think they're inferior to Swedish chicks, and I don't fucking care. They look the same to me, right? I was over doing gigs in Sweden, and then I went and did gigs in Finland, and the local comics, both of them were doing a character from each other's country because we don't know that they have competition with each other. So like in Sweden, there's this guy going, "I am from Finland. I am stupid. I have sex with my mum," right? And they're going, Finnish people, aren't they cunts? And then you go over to fucking Finland, and they go, "I am sensible Swedish man. Look at my loafers. I have sex with my mum. Aren't Swedish people cunts?"
You'll fuck anybody with bad teeth.
That's something. Who knows? Knew there was that rivalry going on.
There's everywhere you go. There's some rivalry between something and something. The British, they all hate each other, no matter where they are.
Yeah,
and it's not just like the Welsh and the Brits and the Brits and the English and the English and the Scots. It's like fucking Liverpool hates Manchester with a passion. They're like 25 miles apart, and they fucking hate each other. Like they just want to,
Well, it's probably like New York and Boston. Yep. They fucking hate each other.
Well, what's the big deal? They just
the Red Sox and the Yankees.
It's that whole thing that you grow up in this world, and it's like when you grow up in a city, you go, "What part of town are you from?" And you go, "Oh, they're fucking rednecks." But then when you go overseas, it's like, "What country are you from?" "Oh, you're Australian. We know what they're like." There's further in it's like if you live in one street, you hate the fucking street next.
Yeah. There's no divvying it up, I guess, when we think of other countries.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause here in the States, we make fun of the South, and if you're from the North, if you're from the South, you make fun of who do you make fun of? I think you're at the bottom of the totem pole.
Black people.
Okay. Could always go to black people.
But
my dad was a comedian in Baghdad going, these Shiite chicks, they want to date before they fuck. I gotta date a Sunni chick or a Kurd. Kurds love it in the ass. Half of them love it in the ass.
50%. I love that. 50%.
Like they're arguing about economics.
50% of British women take it up the ass. In fact, if you're a British woman, right, phone in right now.
Well, I'd imagine
50% of them will say they do.
I'd imagine
something to do with the coal.
You wouldn't want to put your dick in their mouths with all that.
The bad plaque,
the bad teeth and shit.
Get a plaque job.
Do they still have the fucking effects of scurvy or something? What the fuck?
They don't have fluoride in their water. They think it's evil. And
is that what it is?
And they don't have ice in their drinks. They always scoop the ice out because they're worried because their teeth are so sensitive.
Oh, sensitive to the cold.
So that's why all the drinks are really warm. Why are the drinks really warm?
We like it that way.
No, they
I put in a little wasabi.
They love it. If they get a cold drink, they go, "Oh, my sore teeth." And you go into a petrol station, right? And the fridges don't have fucking doors on them. They're serving you a Coke and a Dr. Pepper out of a meat tray. And it's like the bane of my existence.
It's true.
That's
shit.
Their teeth are sensitive.
Oh, who knew?
No, that really is the reason. Before the smoking ban came in, the ashtrays used to just be filled with ice because you could see cunts scooping it out with their hand and going, "What are these people, mental? I can't drink that."
My teeth hurt.
Yeah. Oh, no, they don't like it. And they've got those rotten, Oh, you can tell British teeth from a mile away. In Britain, I haven't got great teeth, but in Britain, I'm like a fucking dentist commercial. And over here, I'm starting to think I might get them whitened or something.
What the fuck? It's like, I guess the effects of,
It's the effects
generations
of
war and living underground
and some of them
the tube.
They just don't brush. Well, the tube will fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
You go on the tube, you assimilate to it very quickly, but the first couple of days your bogies go black and you just go, "Well, that's not good." But it's just the soot and all that type of stuff.
Hey,
yeah.
Wow. Can I jump in here? Jim Jefferies is killing. This guy, SY from Ripe Videos, South Cal, he writes, "I was about to fuck this Aussie chick, but she was on the rag. She said, I'm on me block, but you can up me dump." Wow, I can't. All right. I'm on me block, but you can up me dumper.
I'm on me blop. Would that be the words?
He wrote block.
Yeah,
they call blop.
Blop, yeah. I'm on me block, but you can fuck me up me dumper.
And then he continues sick, and she also referred to her ass as her bonus hole.
A bonus hole. It's like a game show.
Yeah, and
the bonus hole.
Wait, we got a guy gonna back up Jim Jefferies. Derek in Connecticut. What's up, Derek?
Hey, how you doing, boys?
Hey.
I can definitely back up Jefferies on this one. I went to a show last week, met this English chick, had a beer with her at the end of the show, brought her back to her hotel room, banged her, and she gave up the ass.
Every time, English chick. What part of England is she from, mate?
You know what? I think it was around
Ass fuck Chester. Ass fuck Chester.
Shire. Bad tooth Shire.
I used to date a British girl, and she was a tremendous submissive. She used to let me to park my car, and I would fucking bite her. And she liked to be bitten and
Really?
like, I used to trap her head under my steering wheel and force her to suck my cock, and she'd be like, "I want you to bite me." She would get into these crazy little mantras.
Stay off the road. No, stay on the road. Stay off the moors.
Yeah.
Fuck, I suck.
I know. Hey, why don't we move on here? We got, well, you guys can decide here. We got the John Dennis angry voicemail. We're doing that war with WEEI. We got the crazy guy attacking someone with a machete, then starts throwing firebombs off the roof.
Yeah, I heard about him.
We got a guess the sound, and we got a guy talking about UFOs.
I like UFOs.
I like UFOs.
UFOs are fun shit.
I believe in UFOs. It's one of the
I
things.
enjoy talking about all this fucking. It's kind of interesting.
It is too.
But there's going to be some alien. There's going to be some
fucking.
probing. There's going to be some anal probing. You know there always is with UFOs because that's all they care about. Aliens is shoving a stick up your ass.
And you know how some people like to fuck animals?
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't there be like a couple of aliens that would come here considering us animals and just want to fuck us in the ass?
Yeah,
and then how degraded you'd feel. Just
And there's that famous case in the 60s where they kidnapped Betty and Barney Hill, and the aliens just said to Betty, "Why? Why?"
We're so disappointed in you. Oh, God damn.
Did you just say kidnap Benny Hill? Is
No,
this a show?
Betty and Barney Hill.
Betty
It
and
was
Barney
still
Hill.
funny with Benny Hill.
It's a classic UFO story. Don
Yes.
from PA writes, ask Jim Jefferies if he has ever glayed the spoon.
Glade the spoon? I don't know what that is. Is that a
Okay.
heroin reference or
I don't
something?
know. I don't know what
Then
glade
yes.
the spoon means.
Glade
No,
the spoon.
Okay.
Glade the spoon?
Here we go, the UFO guy.
What do you think? Do you believe in UFOs?
Oh yeah, yes sir, definitely. They're out there, man. I seen them. I've been out there, Aurora, Texas. They got them little graves and stuff. Yeah, I've been out there, and I don't know. I'm planning a trip. We're going out to like Arizona or something and figure something out. Or not Arizona. What was it? Yeah, it was Arizona, right? Air Force One, where they found all that stuff. I got pictures of Aurora. I seen grave sites. They're out there, man, and I'm flying in the plane. I'm always hallucinating, but who really knows what I'm looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but there's no proof of this. Just people's accounts.
You're right. There's no proof, but I mean, there's no proof of Jesus or, people go in the restroom until they tell you about it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just kind of the way I see things.
All right, so you believe it then?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think there's like little green men out there?
No little green men, sir.
No? Well, what do you think there is out there?
Who knows, dude? They could be made of water. I don't even know.
Water?
Water, man. You heard the man. Water. They could be made of anything extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
They could be made of water and other extraterrestrial stuff.
That guy's just an ass.
Although I tell you one thing, he's coming up better than that fucking dopey interviewer. Like the little green Mandy. What do you think's out there?
Little green men.
Asshole.
What year is this?
Complete asshole. All right, people are begging for the John Dennis thing. Do we know the backstory
Begging.
on this? Does anyone know the backstory on this? I think...
Who's John Dennis?
Sam! Dennis and Callahan, this radio show, they took a shot at us yesterday.
Are you guys unliked in the industry?
Oh, yeah.
All right. just
Pretty
checking.
pretty innocent shot, but we decided to, go balls out because of that. Let's be honest. We've done far worse to everyone else.
Hey, what happened to that big guy that used to drive the taxi that used to sit in the corner?
And
Big A.
Big A, yeah.
He doesn't come in every day.
Oh, I like
We're
him.
going to scrape his... next time he comes
occasionally.
in, we're going to scrape his tongue, though.
Did you ever get the Glory Hole Challenge thing up and running?
No, he didn't want to do that. But we're going to have him... We're going to scrape his tongue because he has really bad breath. And then we're going to have someone, like, kind of, like, probably swallow it.
Oh, ugh.
Just as I take a bite.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Sam, what do you know on this Dennis and Callahan voicemail thing?
Oh, that's apparently, from what I gathered, he had some kind of feud with a lesser-known radio DJ or somebody from The Edge, I think is what he said. And this guy went up to his daughter in a bar or something and told his daughter that he wanted to sleep with her for the scandal. And then his daughter went home and told him. And
Oh, so he's calling because his daughter was approached.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he got super pissed.
All right.
How old's his daughter?
He didn't say. I don't know.
Well, she's in a bar, right? So
Yeah, I mean, she's that
Okay.
age.
Yeah, you're allowed to sleep with his
Fair
daughter.
game.
So this is Dennis.
If there's grass on the wicket.
This is Dennis from the...
It's time to play cricket.
They got their own version of the
I know. Yeah, they got grass on the infield.
They just, the grass on the wicket. It's time to play cricket. At least ours rhymes.
Yeah.
You nicked it off us, you cunts.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's like a cultural awakening when you're here. This is good.
Yeah. So here's John Dennis leaving an angry voicemail to this guy that approached his daughter in a bar.
Is this Rotello or Rotillo or Rodillo or Rosillo or whoever your name is? John Dennis calling. Rotillo. 2 points you need to understand. Number one, I don't know who the fuck you are or what it is you do. I guess you're on the zone, and I guess you're a radio wannabe. Beyond that, I've never heard a word out of your mouth. I don't know who the hell you are, and I don't even know what you do. I'm wondering if you're still hungover, or were you so drunk and thrown up last night that you even remember any of these conversations. So let me tell you a couple things. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't give a shit who you are. But I guess you're hitting on my daughter and saying, I want to be with you and create a scandal. I'll tell you what, you want to create a scandal, why don't you, as like half my age, what are you, late 20s? I'm early 50s. You want to create a scandal? Why don't you come and find me, and I'll rip your fucking ears off and your nose off, and I'll shove them up your ass and kick your balls up around your head. That would create a scandal. You want to be in the eye column?
Wow, obviously shown his age.
Wow. No, it's not even rip your head off. I'm going to rip
Why
your ears.
you?
Why? And, you know.
You darn kid.
By the time I'm done, you won't be able to wear glasses.
What I'm going to do to you.
Let's go to Rusty in Boston.
You whippersnapper?
Hey, boys, how you doing? Jimmy, you're great. Loved you last time you were in town.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, actually, that guy that John Dennis went after was working for the Patriots. He had just signed on to do the Patriots pregame and postgame, and when this scandal broke, John Dennis was such big, like so into the Patriots that he got him fired before he even started.
What?
Yeah, that's what happened. It was a big story here about 2 years ago.
Right.
And it was just all over the place, and this guy, you can't even hear from him again. He just fell off the face of the earth.
He's that powerful.
Well, at the time.
Yeah, we'll see how powerful he is.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you, Rusty. I appreciate it.
Out. Thank you.
More of the backstory.
Rip your fucking ears off and your nose off, and I'll shove them up your ass and kick your balls up around your head.
And shit
That
down
would
your
create a
mother's throat.
scandal. You want to be in the eye column? You want to create a scandal? You want to be something other than some jag-off on the zone?
Jag-off.
Why don't you come see me face to face?
I drive a
Give me
Jag-off.
10 seconds. Tell me I'm Ryan Rotello or whatever the fuck your name is. I'll kick your balls up around your ass. You can go to a hospital. Then we'll create a scandal. Do you remember any of this from last night? Do you remember any of this from last night? Give me a call. Go ahead and give me a call.
All right, I don't get it. I don't get why a guy in his late 20s texts a girl in her early 20s and says, I'd like to be with you, I'd like to cause a scandal. I send worse texts than that on a daily basis.
Right.
Like, what's so bad about that? That's not like, I want to fist you until I lose me watch. You know what I mean?
Now that would upset the father.
Yeah, but just, I want to cause a scandal. It's almost romantic.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, it continues, right? The voicemail goes on forever?
No, that's the long track, and then I cut it up for you.
Oh, okay.
Short track.
So that's
it. Yeah.
All right, good. Thank God. So there you go.
First of all, he's going to kick his balls up around his head, and then the balls were going to be kicked up around his ass.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out and, like, picture it all, but
in high
he
school,
lost
reminds me of another high school story yet today. It reminds me, we used to torture this one kid, our buddy's little brother. We would torture him. He was very quiet. He was just one of those nerds.
Torturable.
Every day in the library, we would just torture him with spitballs and pranks and fucking with him. And one day in the middle of the library, he just couldn't take it anymore. Big fat guy. He put his hand on his hips and he screamed up to the balcony. He's like, "Why don't you go home and piss up your mother's ass?"
That's a good one. Gotta give
I was
that.
like, yeah, original.
Piss up your mother's ass.
And what happened to that guy? Did he have a good life, or did he kill himself?
I'm sure he killed himself.
Yeah.
That sounds like a father who, he's a little too close to what the daughter's doing.
Very protective.
Little too protective with her like that.
Matt LaFar writes, fucking old bastard, I'll throw out your Mickey Mantle baseball card.
He's cock blocking is what he is.
Tim from Columbus, you didn't leave your number. How's he supposed to call you back?
But it's also the thing, I don't know who you are. How do you know he's not a nice guy? This guy might be a good guy.
Yeah. And Blue Healer from Kentucky, new O&A t-shirt. We're always looking for that next O&A t-shirt, Jim Jefferies. And this guy writes, I want to fist you until I lose me watch. Should be the next Opie and Anthony t-shirt.
But no one will understand the me.
We have Olive. Why do we have to take another? We don't. Oh, we never broke?
No.
When we left for a leak, they didn't break?
No, we were riffing. That's how we got on the.
Nice.
That's how we got on the chicks in England, taking up the ass.
Reference.
Little bender.
The stripper shoot. We had the Olive Who stuff too. You got a little taste of that there, Butcher? From a little earlier. All right, play this. This one, Jimmy.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
I'll live until they learn to detect this condition in the womb.
I didn't even see your lips move.
I got the hang of it. You want me to try it again?
All right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
I'll live for as long as my family doesn't get sick of me spoiling every photograph.
Oh, gosh.
Olive.
Are we done, or do you have one more?
I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in with one?
Can't top those.
Can't top those.
Hey, Ben in Connecticut is on the line.
Is that it? Butcher?
Part up the mic.
Okay, for now. That was a little taste. All right, very good. All right, we'll take your break there, Stan.
Okay.
We'll continue with Jim Jefferies, who's going to be at Caroline's in New York City starting tomorrow night through the weekend. And Jeffrey Ross is going to be at Governor's on Long Island.
Tonight.
Tonight. One.
Just tonight. Then I go to Seattle.
And then what? You fly out?
Yeah, I go to L.A. for a couple of days in
look at
Seattle.
You. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm on my own tour for you guys. The O&A Jeff Ross solo tour. All your big cities.
Nice.
Yep, great fans, by the way. If you guys say go, they go.
Of course they do.
It's crazy.
They're very supportive of what we do. We like that.
It's the stamp of approval.
Yeah. We should acknowledge that more, that they really do support all of us.
There's a certain amount of loyalty.
Fuck them. What happened there?
What happened? Oh, it's still on the air?
Delet,
man.
Delet's
What? Are we talking?
Delet's killing you?
The what?
Delet's killing them.
Yo, Delet.
Yo,
what's
Delet.
up?
We'll try again.
Are we going to break?
Give me 3 seconds.
1, 2,
This is good radio.
3.
Yeah, not working, dude. I'm hitting the play button and nothing is happening.
What are you trying to play?
Yes.
Are we on the air?
Yeah. Yes.
How do you know we're on the air, though?
Yeah.
We're on the air, Mark.
What?
Because he hasn't hit the button.
Steve, are we on the air?
I think we are.
Steve?
Should someone say something funny?
I'm not going to say anything funny unless I know we're on the air.
I got to
Fuck that.
reboot Delete.
Why would I?
Yeah, don't want to do
Why
your
would I
best
waste-
work in the gym, do you?
Yeah, why would I waste the line on 5 guys? Damn, that was a funny line.
Can we just?
Steve, are we on the air?
Why don't we just go to commercial and you restart it during that?
Oh.
Steve, we on the air?
Can you hit the button?
I'm going to try again right now.
All right, we're going to try to go to break.
Opie and Anthony, Jim Jefferies, Jeffrey Ross, and of course Jim Norton. Jim Jefferies was talking about soccer. We're just, throwing the ball around a little bit during the break. I don't get soccer. We've talked about it many, many times on our show, and he's basically saying greatest sport in the world.
It's the most beautiful sport in the world. Lovely.
And when you walk around downtown on like weekends here in New York City, it's the thing to do. You get on a dumb subway, you walk around down there because there's a lot more going on down there. I told you that when they got these soccer games going on, not only the pubs, the bars, just completely packed to the point you can't move inside them. You can see the people; they're almost piled up on each other. Not only is that happening, people are piling up against the windows outside to get a peek at the game that's going on
inside. Do you think
inside.
they're mostly English people who live in New York, or do you think that is like people who want to be a bit chic?
I really don't know. I would imagine it's a bit of both.
Real fans.
A bit of both.
I think it's real fans.
I think the reason I like it, man. I like how they're all punching the cunt out of each other at football matches and all that. It's a great sport. It's tense.
I love sports. I've tried to enjoy soccer. I just don't get it.
There's nothing better than a goal. You can basketball and all that, or hitting a home run. There's nothing better than a cracking goal.
It happens once every 3 weeks.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why they're so good. The tension.
What, the build-up?
Yeah, that's why there's fights, because a goal means so much that they just, you mightn't score the whole game. People get very tense and they just want to punch each other.
I just think it's a great place because there's like 80,000 of them. It's just brutal. They're fucking brutal. They talk about Americans being fucking pigs and all that stuff. Everywhere in the world.
Oh yeah, no.
There's
if you go to the games, it's home and away seating, so you can't sit next. If you're like, say, if your mate's a Manchester fan and you're an Arsenal fan, you can't sit next to each other. That's not allowed. And then there's like barriered off areas where the cops, not just security, the cops stand between the two crowds to make sure they don't start hitting each other.
The fact that has to happen.
That is pretty impressive.
They have this thing in Britain called Premier League All Stars, which is like they get half celebrities and half ex-professional players to play, right? And so I went along and played for Fulham because I'm a fan of Fulham. They're like coming second last in the league. They're shit, right? But they gave me a jersey with my name on it. It said Jefferies, and I was like, it was like a kid's dream, right? So I put my jersey on, I go play the game. I'm shit, I'm awful, I'm no good. People were booing me and stuff. It was terrible. But then, like, the next week or so, I decided I'm going to go see an actual Fulham game, so I wear my new jersey. But I don't think about it. Like, I'm slightly famous, and I've got a jersey with my name on it. I look like a fucking child. Like, when people go, put my name on it. I don't want, like, a professional person's name. I wanted everyone to know that I'm a celebrity and look at my name. I had to leave that one early. It wasn't just people behind me saying, Jefferies, you cunt. Jefferies, you fucking cunt. They've written songs.
Or worse yet, they thought you were just some bloke who wanted to dress up like Jefferies.
Yeah, Jefferies, some like minor 4th division player who started for 5 minutes for Fulham once and tripped over and shat himself.
And the other thing you were talking about during the break was smoking. And there's a new term called smirting?
Smirting's a term that's been put into Britain. It's just been put in the dictionary, which is smoking and flirting put together. Because
hold on, can I back up a minute? Somebody, Randy from New Orleans. Oh, how do you like hockey and not soccer? What, you can't even compare the
Different
two.
things, you dope.
I love hockey because of all the hitting that's going on.
Yeah,
I don't like going to hockey games for the skill for the most part. I like some good hitting, and I'm weird too when like the Islanders and the Rangers play. That's a big rivalry. When a Ranger gets a good hit on one of my boys, I get excited.
Yeah.
I should be yelling and screaming at the Ranger, but I'm like, wow, that was a good hit.
Because you know there's going to be a comeback.
Fight.
Yeah.
I like the hitting and I like the fighting in hockey.
I could get on board with hockey, but I grew up in Australia, so there's no fucking ice. So how am I going to get excited by that?
Anyway, back to smirting. I'm sorry.
Well, no, smirting's just smoking and flirting. And when the smoking ban came in, more people started smoking because you could pick up chicks a lot easier. Because when you're in a club or something, you can't talk to them. But as soon as you go outside and she's smoking, and they statistically, a woman who smokes is a lot trashier than a standard chick and will sleep with you on the first date. So these are the quality women. And there's that little bond that smokers have when you get outside, where you go, huh, "We're out here. They don't let us indoors anymore." And then you finger her or something.
You can get some of that flirting done.
But they've put that law in all across Britain. You can't smoke anywhere indoors. Is that the same here, right?
For the most part, yeah.
And they've
We're
still
just
got,
about at that point.
Okay, they've got signs up still in Britain everywhere that says no smoking. But once it's the law, it's the fucking law. I don't need a sign. I'm not a fucking child, right? It's not like they put a sign up for every bloody law then. Have like, no smoking, and then and no rape in here. Don't rape people. That's frowned upon in our establishment.
You know how insane they got with the smoking ban here in New York City? I can speak for New York City. There was a place we went. It was a cigar bar.
Yeah.
My old boss loved going in there for a cigar and a drink. It was a good social thing. They had the big comfy couches. We would go in there once in a while, have some wine, just mellow out or whatever. They banned cigar smoking in a cigar bar.
What?
When people are going out of their way to smoke in these things.
You know what you're getting into.
That's pretty
when you
much
go to the
the
cigar
reason
bar.
you're going to a cigar bar. And they even were able to shut down most of those. You could go into a smoke shop that sells cigars and still smoke, but
Is there
what's
anywhere?
the fun
Is
in
there
that?
anywhere indoors in New York? You can
I think that's
Friars Club.
Friars Club, you can still smoke inside?
Certain rooms, certain times.
They had to put sand on the floor? No, they do in L.A.
Yeah.
There's a fire hazard, they say.
Sand on the floor.
They had like a whole room that was like with sand on the floor.
Oh,
It's
why?
crazy.
Jesus.
I don't know. I guess you could
They
fireproof.
just let half the
how's
friars
it-
fart and sand it ends up on the floor
It's
anyway.
probably so those old fucks could shuffle along the floor.
It was always
That's
a
right.
fire
Help
hazard.
them out a little bit. Give them a little...
Or so they piss their pants and just kind of fucking little
It's nothing better than sitting around with your homies smoking a cigar.
When are we going to go to the Friars
Fucking
Club?
a chick.
I want to check that place out.
What's a Friars
Let's go
Club?
for lunch Friday.
You'll be back in town Friday?
I'll be here.
I thought you were leaving.
No, I'm here till Friday. I'm gonna leave.
I'll go Friday. I want to check out that joint.
I'm having a meeting there today for lunch, and I'd love to take you guys on Friday as my guest. That'd be fun for me.
What,
Do we have to
what
wear
is
the
the Friars
sports
Club?
coats and all
What
that
is it?
crap?
No, you'll be all right at lunchtime.
All right. It's where all the old comedians hang out.
You're invited. I'll get a big table.
I want to go to the Friars Club.
That was
get
an
a big
insult to
table.
Jeffrey Ross, but I mean,
What?
most of the guys are really old, right?
Well,
So
there's-
Richard Voss will be
It's
there.
interesting. There's no kids allowed in the club, but there's still a diaper changing station in the men's room.
Is there a youth movement going on with this place or
There's
not
a lot
really?
of younger people coming in. It's not the way it used to be. That stigma's sort of over. And I think the roasts have
What
made
do
it
you
cooler.
do there? Hang out and just tell you jokes?
Yeah, you can get a steam, you can get something to eat, you can play some pool, you can play some poker,
It's just like hanging out in, like kind of a restaurant bar atmosphere.
But everybody
thing.
knows your name. It's like, it's very, it's chummy.
Yeah.
It's old school.
All right. And getting back to the smoking thing, you said that people started smoking because of the smoking ban.
The smoking actually went up because you could pick up chicks more if you were a smoker.
Because then you had an excuse
Because then
to be
you
out
had
on
an
the
excuse
sidewalk
to be
with them.
outside on the sidewalk, and then there's nothing more romantic than getting a bird and then giving up smoking together.
Nice. All right, we got Pat.
It's like you fixed each other.
We got a guess the sound from Pat Duffy.
Okay.
We like to do this from time to time.
Guess the sound.
Yeah, right.
There you go. What is that?
Sounded like
Yeah, right.
It could be anything.
sounds like some type of electrocution.
Somebody
Or
got hit with something.
Bear trap.
A bear trap.
Or
A basketball bouncing off someone's face.
Yeah, it did sound like that.
Yeah.
Sounded like somebody got a shock.
Yeah, it did sound like electric.
Do we have the actual answer?
Oh, I
or
know
we
what it
just
is.
gonna-
Play it one more time. I know what it is.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, we do have the answer, Jim
Okay.
Jefferies. We'll let everyone know in May.
Oh.
What? It's crazy.
Right. Well, it's called TSL.
Yeah, right.
A woman reading.
Somebody just got spooged on her. What was it? Goo on her poo? Goo on her face?
I think it sounds like she's given birth and the baby's hung itself on the umbilical cord.
I want to go back to a woman reading.
It means nothing. It's completely the opposite sound of what you heard. That was completely the opposite response of what was hoped for.
That was Jim Norton pulling
Oh, that was generous.
I thought it was all right.
Thank you, Jim.
I thought it was all right.
One comic sees another comic fucking falling off a cliff. Tries to help me.
All right, finally, crazy guy.
Are we talking about it in the Friars Club?
Yeah, we got the crazy guy that decided to, I don't know, live Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it sounds like here. Just sounds like this guy likes Grand Theft.
A 21-year-old man is undergoing a mental evaluation after terrorizing a Queens neighborhood. Police say the suspect began his spree with a machete, attacking a man exiting a subway station at around 5:30 yesterday in Richmond Hill. The 45-year-old victim was able to fend himself off and suffered only a few cuts to the head. Cops say his attacker then ran into a nearby building where he started throwing Molotov cocktails off the roof.
Molotov cocktail. Did he have a bazooka?
No, he
how many stars did he have on him?
Right, I'm
Was the chopper going after him?
I'm gonna guess 4 stars on that.
4
right?
stars on that one. You throw a Molotov cocktail at a cop car.
Machete, and then goes on the roof and starts throwing
Machete.
The
he should have grabbed a machine gun down at ammunition.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was
He
thinking.
ran inside this yellow house, and then people didn't know where he was.
When I walked out, he was just throwing firebombs down from the rooftop. I was going to throw at least 3 of them.
One firebomb hit an unmarked police car and set it on fire, but nobody was hurt. The man surrendered to police after nearly a 2-hour standoff. Cops say he blamed the incident on having a bad day.
He's going to be let out, but he's going to lose all of his weapons.
Yeah. He'll just be standing outside shuffling about in front of the police station. No weapons. Grab a cab, start picking people up.
It takes forever for a stupid car to come by so you can
jack
start
them.
your game.
I like when you have to run after it and it's like, oh, it's going a little too fast.
No, everyone just goes to the save bit where you had all the weapons. No one goes back and buys them all again.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, well, people want to guess the sound. We got Rick in Florida. Rick, you want to play Guess the Sound?
Yeah, I got a guess for today's sound.
All right.
It's a woman having her hat removed.
Having her hat removed.
Having a hat removed or head?
Well, why don't you turn to your left and Jim Jefferies, we're going to see how sick you are. This is a story. The lady, hold on, before you play this.
What is this?
Let me do the setup. A lady just wanting to get some fresh air. I believe she's 100.
Yeah.
She's 100 years old. She's got a walker, and that's an intruder to the right.
So you can barely see him there.
A fine young black gentleman.
Yes, and he, well, I guess, what's he trying to do?
Here's what he does. He works for the Susquehanna Hat Company, and she's late on her hat payments.
So he had to repossess the hat.
Yes, her hat was
Remember,
overdue.
she's 100 years old.
She's
101.
101. And that hat is annoying him that it's on her head.
Do you know how many people
Is
want
that a hat?
hat?
Has she got a hat on? I thought
She swears she does.
It's
It's almost the tantamount to a stolen hat.
You'll notice her hat.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, let
and
her
her
rip.
fucking Phil Donahue hairdo.
Oh, he's not done.
And one for
She
good
doesn't know to
measures.
just stand there. Look, she bends over to try to grab whatever's under her walker.
Oh,
She's like, let me get this.
You're not too bad.
Watch her fucking Frank.
See what I'm gonna get? Oh, look at the walker wheels. Look at the wheels. That'll teach her.
Her fucking Frank Vincent wig.
Look at that.
Oh, there goes the
This tape is called Rich Voss trying to get paid a governor.
Okay. We 100% sure this is real. This isn't fake.
Oh, it's absolutely real. The guy got arrested and everything.
Watch her hair fluff out. Watch her hair fluff out. Watch.
You're insane, man.
I don't know why the fuck that is so funny.
Her hair puffs out.
He clocks.
Jim Jefferies is part of the club. You guys are insane.
You guys are wrong.
I love the hair puff. Watch the hair. Oh, the hair is the greatest.
Just keep playing it over and over again.
When the hell did this happen?
Look at this.
Here it goes. Oh!
There's your hat, bitch.
Oh, does she go down? He's jamming her.
Why does he need to knock her over?
Because she didn't pay for her hat.
I have a
Those
feeling.
hat payments were late, Jeff.
This is terrible.
I have a feeling the old broad used the N-word.
She was mouthing off.
Because he was ready to leave.
Yeah,
No,
she's
that's right.
the
I
N-word,
think you're
isn't
right. I think he was provoked.
Give me that hat, bitch.
That is the worst clip to laugh at ever.
It's the fucking greatest.
That is the
But you
greatest thing
can't
I've ever
stop
seen.
watching it and laugh. Look at her hair puff out. Here it comes.
I like that
Here
more
it
than
comes.
porn.
Then watch her head when he goes down again for the other shot. She just, down goes Fraser. What?
Here she goes.
we go.
Let me get
What
this.
did you say?
Oh.
Down goes Fraser.
Now, there is a moment where he goes, "What did you say?
What was
the
that?
fuck did you say?" There
What
is.
did you-
Yeah, go back to this
Take
bit.
that with you.
Here we go. This bit. What did
What
you
did
say?
you say?
Boom.
Bam. Clocks her, and then she capsized.
She went down like a bag of burden.
Stay down, Rock.
Oh,
He's a crushing machine.
he'll knock your hat off.
Your walker wheels will be spinning into tomorrow.
Now switch back to Southpaw, old lady.
That fucking hairdo. Oh, it's
How it just. Oh, there goes the hat. Her hat is off. But stop the fight. Someone stop the fight. This is horrible.
What's in her pocket? What could she possibly have?
Let's go to the tail of the tape, ladies and gentlemen. Her reach is 26 inches. His 85.
There's a little bit after he punches her where he tries to hold her still up. Like he tries to. I don't fall. Oh, fuck it.
She's down.
Yeah. I didn't want to hit you that hard. I just wanted to punch a 100-year-old woman in the face.
Her head as she's going down is fucking. It shouldn't be funny. But there's something about her head. Watch her head. As she's going
Ross, help me over here. Will you?
I instigated him.
torso. Help me over here.
She goes sideways.
It's the
She
greatest.
falls sideways.
It's the greatest example.
Guys, this is somebody's great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Pay for that, bitch. It's the greatest. It's the greatest example of somebody falling ever. There's never been a better fall.
It's because the Zimmer frame makes her fall even slower. That's what's great about it.
That's great.
We have now seen it easily 100 more times. How many times do you guys need to see
You know what it
this?
is? She looks like Mickey from the top. Look, hey, Rock, get off my ass.
Can I see the interview?
Rock
of
Clubber
about
Lang
it?
has hit me.
What?
After the clip, there's footage on YouTube of her being interviewed afterwards. Have we seen this?
I don't know if we ever played the interview on the show. Hey, really fast, we got a guy.
I just want to see her
gotta
face.
see her, yeah.
I just want to see what she
Oh,
looks.
oh,
If
she
you-
has a
if you
few
leave it- if you leave
bruises.
it till the end,
Wait.
you can see her face.
Oh, is that funny?
I got something from Columbus
What?
here. Tim H. from Columbus writes, what the black guy said to the 101-year-old woman in the hat was, that's what you get for faking a heart attack on the radio, you old bag. Wow.
There was a picture of her all bruised up and everything.
yeah.
It takes a bit of the charm away. It's nice in black and white.
Yeah.
Seems like it's like an old black and white film.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you should
very
have
anonymous.
that piano playing in the background. What's that? You called me a what?
He leans into it like he's going to tell her a secret. Here you go.
I got something for you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got 5 secrets, and they're all shaped like knuckles.
Oh, is he just bashing her?
Her fucking hair. What a full head of hair she has.
Oh, I know.
Look at her hold her cheek. God
Well,
damn it.
I'll just
She's
take,
like,
I'll
oh,
just take that
hurts.
out of your pocket.
Well, let
there
me
you go. I'm
take
taking
that.
this.
What do you got, a necklace? I'll
What
take
did you
that.
call me?
And wait.
You guys are...
Why does that make me laugh?
That should be its own TV channel.
That should be its own TV channel. Yeah.
Just over and over.
It's so heinous.
And at 9 o'clock,
And it's
down she goes. 9:15, down she goes.
It shouldn't be funny. No, it's horrible.
It's beyond funny, though.
Oh, my God.
She looks like Donahue. That's what she looks like.
When he first punch, that hat goes like a UFO spinning off her head.
That's why they took the hat back. She didn't care for it properly. She didn't pull the fart out of her head. Hat repossession.
And here she goes, I'm voting for Clinton. Bang. Oh.
There it is. She's down.
That's right. I'd take a nap.
Holy shit.
Those wheels are spinning.
Thank God that's not real.
Oh.
There
she is. Let's take a look at her. Let's hear the news story. Let's take a look at her.
I gotta do this.
Oh, that was. Oh wait, we gotta do a thing.
Get the echo thingy.
All right, we gotta do
thing.
We gotta do a thing.
Oh, God, is that fucking funny?
boy.
I don't know why it's so goddamn
It's something
funny.
about
What do
the
you
way
mean
she
you don't
goes
know
down.
why?
It's primitive.
It's
It's
a
great.
big black guy punching a 101-year-old woman. How many excuses for funny do you need? At what stage can you go, oh, all right, it's funny now?
You're right.
The irony is she won 10 grand on America's Funniest Home Videos.
They put in a boing sound effect.
Benny Hill music.
The two of them are sitting in the audience when they win.
Waving, so bruised up. He pops her again.
He's waving in cups over his head.
He actually just walks back in and goes, April Fools. I'm not even a mugger, I'm just a bit of a prick.
All right, here's the interview.
I said mugger,
Hold
not...
on.
Oh, of course.
You ready? Here's the interview.
Women in Queens. One of the victims, if you can believe it, is more than 100 years old. CBS 2's McGee Hickey is live in Jamaica Estates this morning with the story. McGee, what kind of guy does this?
That's just my question to you, person. What type of person would beat up a
funny guy.
101-year-old woman? Well, we're about to show you a surveillance tape of that type of person. It happened right here in the lobby of the building behind me, and police want everyone's help in finding this thief.
It'd be great if it happened to her right there.
It's a new low for preying on the helpless.
This is from the organization.
101-year-old
He helps her with the door.
Hats for the elderly incorporated.
Avenue apartment building when police say a man offered to help her using his pink bike to prop open the door, but instead he turns around and hits her repeatedly on the head, takes her purse, then knocks her down.
There's a fracture there.
Look what was done to Rose Marat's face. She is battered and bruised, but still feisty.
Mutt doesn't want me up there. He wants me down here.
The reporter should have
Miraculous
punched
she
her.
survived the savage attack. The disturbing security camera footage is something police want you to see to find the guy.
They hit me right here, and the blood just shot out of my...
But what about the hat?
Police describe the suspect as in his 30s, wearing
no
a
race
fur trim and riding a pinkish red
won't
bike.
say-
It's actually a description of you, Jim.
Yeah.
That's what they've just
It could be
got out.
anyone.
Stooped so low
Black man.
to get money, and I didn't have a lot of money in it. I had $33 in
Well,
it.
you got
Police
that.
say half an hour later, a man matching the description came to the hillside apartment building of another woman a half mile away and attacked 85-year-old Solange Elise, who, like Rose, uses a
Please
walker.
have photos of this.
A lot of blood coming out of
She wasn't looking good before the attack, that
Followed her
one.
into the
Fucking
elevator,
man
got
up.
out one floor below she did, and ran up the stairs, confronting her at her apartment door. He got her wedding ring and $45.
I could ask him if he doesn't have a grandmother too.
Great success.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I am praying for him.
You deserve it, Second World War.
Man
Do it.
like that. The man must be a sick man.
Look at that hair. Oh.
He must be. Well, both women were hospitalized for a few days, but clearly they are
Days.
back feeling fine and feisty. And one of the women
feisty
said
enough.
if he had only asked for the money, they would have both just given it to him.
Oh,
no
sure.
crime committed. We're live in the Jamaica Estate section of Queens. McGee Hickey, CBS 2
I'd love
News.
to know why
All
they,
right, thanks a lot,
the
McGee. If you're
description
interested
wouldn't
in seeing
fucking...
justice
I
in
know.
the
I also like if he
That's
only
weird.
if he only just asked for the money, we would have given it to him. Don't you get it? He likes punching old chicks. It wasn't about the money.
It's not just about the money.
It wasn't
Come
about the
on.
money. Like you don't get 10 million hits on YouTube unless you're awesome.
He wanted money. I would have fucked him, but he wanted money. I haven't gotten laid since 1942.
Let's do line today. Get the fuck out of here.
That hat just frisbeeing off her head like that was.
And her full head of hair just fucking coming back.
Whoosh.
Oh, wonderful.
Very David Bowie-looking hairdo.
That someone pointed out Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol.
One more time.
Yeah, it's like Andy Warhol's being beaten.
It's the way AIDS treated Warhol. Just fucking beat him up.
All right. Let me
bitch?
leave.
What?
Excuse me. All right. You lay there. I have some luggage to throw around.
What'd you call me, bitch? I said mugger. Mugger. Not...
Yeah, you nasty mugger.
You lay down. I'm going to go do some sign language.
You wigaboo.
Oh, it just went up to 5?
How did this happen?
Oh,
fuck.
What happened?
Well, now the runner-ups is up to 5.
Oh,
it went
shit.
from 2 to 3 to 5 really fast. Line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFantasySports.net. If you're a fantasy baseball player, then make sure to log on to Bowdog to get the edge this year. It's free. They offer the public, the private leagues, and a variety of ways to play. It's the fastest-growing fantasy experience in the country. Go to BowDogFantasySports.net. Here is a runner-up line of the day.
It worked, though. The guy never did any time or anything. That thing went away with that excuse.
He's picking up young boys like guitars and windmilling them.
That was good.
Very, very, very nice.
Very nice.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
Everything else, you got midgets, you got people with cerebral palsy, you got no Down syndrome comics.
Well, it's just by nature they're walking around. They don't realize they're comics.
You've never heard of
assaulting someone.
I reckon
Whoa,
we
whoa,
could
whoa,
get
whoa,
together.
whoa. You never heard of Rich Voss?
How did that not win? That was the best one. This one must be a perler.
We'll see.
Still to come.
Still to come. We got another runner-up line of the day.
Rocky and I have a lot in common. We're both fighting a...
How's that doozy?
Doing research for a book that'll never see the light of day.
Now I got to make
called
a crappy
Beyond-
CD.
Beyond Blue Balls.
Here's the
Blue Ball Wizard.
Here's the rest of the run.
That was a nice. We had a nice
little thing.
assist.
Blue Ball Wizard. That was
Yes.
that was a 50-50.
Like ass sex for a
Basketball
British
style.
girl, yeah. 50-50.
One more runner-up? One more runner-up line of the day.
712 at 92.5 WB.
Wait, hold on. Why does she start off with her waist?
Bravo.
Timing is everything.
That was
good.
That was a great line.
What's that pig's name again? I forgot already.
Terry
Clifford?
Terry Clifford.
Clifford.
He rules.
He does
Terry
roll.
Clifford fucking is fantastic.
Are we doing well with that poll? I don't even know. That Rochester radio thing? Whatever. Here's your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
First time ever, so it's like
Picking her nose.
it's mind blowing, exciting. It's very very cool.
Sure.
Our parents come home. We're both sitting on the couch, just polite, and the dog runs over, who I've never met, and he's just licking my finger. And they're like, "Oh, Ralphie loves you. He doesn't like anybody."
Whatsy, buzz.
Yeah.
That's
The
great.
roast master scores again.
Jeffrey Ross with line of the day. Governors tonight out there on Long Island.
Hold on, I gotta say Anthony's tagline. And then the dog ran over and started licking the father's finger.
Was that in there?
No.
I'll cut it short before
That's
that.
all right.
That's okay.
That was just a great story. Shit.
I gotta try that tonight.
So fucking funny.
That was a
That's a true one. Dead
He
true.
likes you.
True,
yeah,
true,
he
true.
does, huh?
Let's see. Oh, we got 63% of the vote over the morning coffee.
Oh, look at that.
What is the show called? Morning Coffee Club. Ugh.
Oh, look at her face.
Look at her face.
Look at her face.
And yeah, and the guy in the middle. Crazy day.
This was fun today.
So they're losing?
When the hell did this happen?
Jim, it's nice to meet you in person.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Thanks
too.
for all the cultural awakening that we learned.
Yeah, that was good. We learned a lot about chicks from around the world.
We learned about
more where
at
that
least-
came from.
I bet.
I've got 3 or 4 other facts.
Give us one more before we leave.
I can't recall them. I've got them written in a book.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
Do you ever
I
have
don't know
a
fucking
French
shit.
girl?
I've had French girls, yeah.
What are they like?
They're all right. They got a bit hairy downstairs, a French girl.
Yeah, they don't.
I've had a few French girls. I like French Canadian women. They're good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I dig them.
You like them?
I like them.
Yeah.
They're like French girls, but they're not cunts. The French aren't nice people.
French Canadian girls in Montreal are the prettiest women in the
They're
world.
the prettiest women in the world, man.
What about just Canadian girls? Any good?
No, they're not
French
good. They're
Canadian.
wearing like turtlenecks.
They gotta be
and
French
stuff.
Canadian?
They're always covered in so many layers.
You go to
Really?
Montreal to meet a wife. I mean, the women are
The women
unbelievably
at Montreal?
unjaded, beautiful.
Emily
They speak French.
Larrivée Tourajou. I know you've got a boyfriend now, but if you ever leave him, that was a wonderful time we had. I adore you, and I'm still Facebooking you, and I know I shouldn't.
All right.
That's too true. I think I've just shot myself in the foot.
Why don't we do the quick out today?
Yeah, let's do
We
that.
rarely do that. Jim Jefferies, Caroline, starting tomorrow.
Need my truck up, Pope.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Jeff Ross tonight.
Night at Governors. Next week in Giggles in Seattle, and then hitting Hilarities in Cleveland. Come on down.
And I'm hitting Chicago, Detroit. Oh, I hate that
The
club.
name, just the name. I don't know. about
What
the
can you
club,
do,
but-
man?
I'm hitting Chicago, Detroit, and here at Caroline's my MySpace page.
Yeah.
Jim Norden.
Jesus, what are you? Got spina bifida? Sit up. You're plugging your dates like you're going to electric chair.
Maury
Well, no, 'cause I don't wanna
Povich's
confuse the
Progeria
dates.
Kids special.
Yeah, we're tired today, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm fighting with my chick. I'm just very tired.
I was up all night having a party.
What happened?
You should have brought this up earlier.
What happened?
No, that's what I've been a little.
She was punched by a black man in the corridor.
Exactly. She
He laughed at it too much.
She got the white wig dirty that I bought her.
And she lost the hat. You got it for Christmas.
Why are you fighting, Jimmy? Too much fighting with you two.
We had a scheduling thing yesterday that was fucking. It was just kind of. I thought she wasn't trying to avoid me, and we were arguing at night. And I just fucking hung up on her, and I felt bad.
No.
So I had to email apologize.
Sounds like you're close with all the emailing and phoning.
I know. No face to face.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
let's get.
Yeah, we'll do this tomorrow.
And I fucked her friend.
Who would that be? Have you ever done that though? You ever fucked a girlfriend's friend?
No, none of them would.
No, yeah, I've never done that either.
Robert.
I once had a mate's girlfriend that tried to show me.
Guy. Doesn't have to be a girl.
Norton
got
met, his
holes,
girlfriend, Norton met his girlfriend last night at the Autism Speaks benefit.
Autism awareness. If you throw a ball at a kid and it bounces off his nose, consider him a member of the club.
Yes.
How fucking hard is that to figure out?
And consider him aware.
Oh, god damn. Yell boo. If he doesn't blink, you got one. Fucking sit him in the window with a fucking flashlight in his mouth for Halloween.
But we've already given the award away for best line.
Shit.
This always happens.
Oh, that's
I concede.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, man. I wish there was Halloween in Britain so I could nick that off you.
Leak that off, yeah.
No, Nick, right?
Yeah, Nick.
Oh.
So,
Give it to her in the dumper.
yeah, give it to her in the dumper. Oh, you fucking slag. Take it up your fucking shitter.
Slag.
I like the term slag.
Yeah.
Yeah, slag, scrubber. You have
Scrubber?
You say scrubber?
No, we're slut, whore.
Slut, whore, slut.
Yeah. Slut, whore. What else?
Cum dumpster.
Cum dumpster.
Hillary. I don't know.
Well, the big C word, you know.
Cunt.
The big C. I just said cum dumpster.
Yeah,
you went,
cum
I'm
dumpster.
not going to
Oh,
say.
no, but I mean, you know, when you guys say cunt, it's
Cunt.
there's
Yeah,
a bit of-
it's a good word.
it's endearing.
I say it on stage. They lose it for the little first bit at the beginning, but then they warm to it.
Yeah.
I don't mind being called cunts. They're all right with it.
Yeah.
I called a lady a cunt the other night.
Ooh.
Whilst you're on stage?
Yeah, she was just unnecessarily interruptive.
So what'd you do?
She was just like, I did some joking.
It's like, why don't you ever come over for dinner anymore?
I
was like, Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, she's just heckling me, and she's like, "Don't be a faggot." And I was like, "Lady, I don't use slurs like that. I try to dance around words, so don't be a cunt." It was just a simple.
Yeah, see, cunt's less offensive than the word faggot.
Is it?
Yeah, faggot's way more.
Yeah.
Guess it depends on who you're calling it.
And now look,
You know.
bitch is making a comeback. Tina Fey and Hillary are like embracing their inner bitch. That's their whole
Yeah.
campaign
That's the whole
thing.
thing, right?
There's
I'm
only
trying to
one
think
word
of-
I want to make a comeback.
That's right, but it will
What's that-
never
what's
really
that
go
word?
Come
away.
on, bring it on back.
As long as you
What's
keep
that?
acting that way, it'll never really.
What's the word? What's the word? What do you want to bring back?
It's the only word you can't say anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Even on this station.
The N.
Rhymes with mugger.
N-word. Although I can't say it here, but on my drive home, I'll probably say it 20, 30 times.
Didn't we get in trouble last time because I was teaching you British ones?
What were the
Oh,
first
yeah,
ones
yeah.
again?
The Nignog.
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 Having some holiday nignog.
It sounds festive.
It does.
I forgot about Nignog.
Pour me some more nignog.
That's the bad one. That's the bad
That's
one.
the bad one.
And Packy's the real bad one. You say the word Packy.
Packy?
But see, the word Packy's a weird one because it's short for Pakistani. It's not.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just like saying Aussie. In Australia, it's like saying Aussie. The only problem is that the British put the word fucking in front of it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? As long as you take
Right.
that word, it's all right. But otherwise, it's just a bit offensive.
Yeah. Look at that. See, you did have more facts. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
That helps.
There you go.
See?
But Nignog's funnier.
Autism awareness. Which one of these kids is autistic? Let's guess. Well, you know how you have the ones doing Ring Around the Rosie? Yeah. You see the other one laying on top of the papers on the desk so they don't blow away?
Paperweight autism. That's pretty autistic.
That is horrid. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.